Start battle! Whoa! Greninja! 3, 2, 1, go! Greninja wins! Start battle! Fox! Greninja! Fox! One, go!
So like, how did you guys get this all set up?
Let's go. Come at me.
Like this, anything's up?
I just wanted to adjust the level, but I'll do it.
Greninja wins! Start battle! Snake. Start battle. Snake. Three, two, one, go!
Through. All right. Are we live now?
You guys are on.
Awesome.
Oh, we are on mute.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Damon, Dimension Demon,
Hey, my name is Caleb, aka C-Caleb today.
and we're here watching a tournament taking place at OAKSMASH in Royal Oak, Michigan. And so we're kind of in the middle of a match between Ryan and L, which is Snake versus Wolf. What do you think about this match, Caleb?
Well, I don't know too much about L, but you know Ryan is a fantastic wolf. He is quite the student when it comes to this game. Definitely one who's taking his time, learned as much as he can about the character, and I hope you can apply Wolf's tools to the matchup. You got the reflector, right? You can deal with grenades a little bit easier. You got the laser that you don't necessarily have to approach Snake.
Not to also mention that Wolf has an incredible amount of kill power. So if you get caught by even some of his most basic tools, you're within kill percent within a couple of seconds. So you always have to make sure to know what range you can effectively play with them at, and know when and where to apply your pressure.
Well, most definitely. I think Snake right now doing a pretty good job though. Definitely in range for an up tilt to go ahead and take the side. Forward tilt also been taking it, but
Up smash is always going to work. It just scoops you right up and takes you off the top.
you gotta be careful about touching Wolf's shield. Probably has some of the safest smash attacks in the game in up smash and forward smash.
Ooh, but was that what, forward tilt?
That was down smash, but just a little bit of misspacing coming out from Ryan, ended up touching the ledge instead, touching the shade instead of touching the ledge, and that's gonna cost him a stock, unfortunately.
Reading get up options are probably some of the hardest things you can do in Smash. And honestly, watching these two competitors go back and forth, it just kind of makes you wonder who's going to take the lead, who's going to be where, and who's going to up smash to down tilt.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if you saw that, had the sticky on Ryan for a second, but ended up pushing it on the platform. Didn't get too much off of it, that down air, and it's ruining that setup for him.
Honestly speaking, the one thing I know Wolf is definitely going to have to be mindful of is Snake's forward air. That thing can spike you straight into the blast zone, and you aren't going to be prepared for it when you get hit by it.
Most definitely, and I see Ryan's having a little bit of an issue coming in now. One of Snake's specialties is kind of playing this game where every time you hit him, you're going to get hit, and Wolf is heavier than most characters. You will not win that at the end of the day.
Snake also has plenty of projectiles to also zone him out whenever he needs to.
Oh, most definitely. Grenade, one of the best projectiles in the game. And frame one. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
So forward smash taking him right off the side. This gives L a single stock lead over Ryan. Let's see if Ryan's going to be able to bring this back.
Ryan definitely needs to bring it back soon, though. He can't really afford to play the long game with Snake, because as you can see, those grenades will start adding up. And unfortunately, Snake is not lacking in kill power either. I know you said Wolf had a ton of kill power, but you got an up tilt in Snake, you got forward tilt, you have guaranteed kills and down throw at like 150 or so. So it's a little dangerous.
It's always going to be dangerous playing up against someone who not only has great kill power at close range, but great projectiles at range. So playing against Snake is always going to be an uphill matchup, even if your tools are not going to be on point at any point in time.
Very true, and you can kind of see Ryan finally getting that side, the 104%. This is a lot to come back from.
It's a very disadvantaged state, but Ryan also, we know what he's capable of. We know that he's capable of bringing it back, and it only takes just a few good hits and a good string of combos just to bring him up to the same percentage.
Yeah, Ryan definitely one of the people who never gives up in the game, no matter how far he's down. And honestly, he has a lot of clock to work with. He's got about 3 minutes. He can just take his time a little bit, you know, throw some lasers to try to get some damage on to finally find that final blow.
It definitely looks like L's trying to go for ending it, but it also looks like he's just trying his best to aim for whatever smash attacks that he can land. Maybe even possibly poke out his shield enough to just land in a connecting hit.
Most definitely. And you can kind of see L getting a little bit nervous here. He's at 72%.
Oh! And right off the side of the stage, a good Nikita missile coming from L. That was a good round one for L versus Ryan.
Yeah, hell of a Nikita. I can't believe it sent that way, though. It seemed like it was definitely going to send to the left. Wonder if the DI could have been just like slightly better, but it was hard to expect that angle, right?
Honestly speaking, like I don't think DI really mattered when you're at like 150% and you're getting hit by much of anything.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're
like, let's just be happy that Snake isn't a heavy, and that would have hit even harder.
Snake isn't a heavy. That man, he doesn't wait. I'm gonna say Snake lives a long time and not a light character.
Okay, so you're saying that Snake gonna be outliving a Bowser?
Okay, not outliving. He's not super heavy. Let me not go that far.
See,
but like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo. But then again, that's unfair using the heaviest character in the game as a comparison.
Right. I'm like, you know, Snake, he's gonna be here to like 140 generally. Like, he should be able to live to that percent pretty consistently. So
maybe,
unless you got like some really early kills. But for the most part, if it's a good game, you're not gonna die to anything until that percent. That's what I should say. But what do you think the stage show is going to be from Ryan here?
Honestly, we're trying to think of like a good stage that has like good opportunities, good ledges. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he took him to like FD or maybe even like Pokemon Stadium, really.
I think Pokemon Stadium's a fine choice. I
you know what?
Absolutely agree
Kalos.
with FD. Kalos is interesting, right? Because I'm like, I don't know if you want to give Snake all that room. Although I do agree, flat stages that you don't have to deal with, that you can easily see the C4 on is going to be beneficial, but you're going to get the PS2 pick.
Well, all right. So we're going into round 2, still versus my team, trying to see like what they're going to be doing. It looks like we're just going to get a nice, easy run back.
Yeah, you know, just run it back. It wasn't terribly far for Ryan. He actually brought it back quite a bit on that last side, so without having that deficit, he should be able to take this no problem.
Honestly speaking, though, like I'm just waiting to see like what is Ryan going to do now that he has the game down. What plan does he have to just bring it back in full force?
But right now, L, I'm not sure what his tag is, but he's doing a great job with these grenade setups. You can just see the amount of movement that he's putting on.
I mean, his tag is L. He's clearly a Death Note character.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You know, that great detective. And right now, it's going to be a while for Ryan to detect how to get past this wall of projectiles. My goodness.
I mean, as a great detective, you also have to have a great plan, and that's definitely what L has on his side. Already putting Ryan at 78%.
Yeah, wow, actually threw another grenade up when the first one exploded to get some extra damage. He's just really aware of how to use Snake's grenades and the properties of them.
Like, having good, like, spatial awareness with Snake and also knowing where your grenades are going to be. See, another one, just landing right there. And up smash, right off the top.
That is definitely an up tilt, and Snake's up tilt, one of the best up tilts in the game. Easily top, I don't think there is a better up tilt actually. Kills at around 90, 100 on most characters, and is extremely fast.
That is also very true. So now we're trying to see like how Ryan's going to definitely take advantage of, like, you know, the fact that he's at that L is now at 108%. What can he do? We saw him go for an up smash there. He got stuffed out by an aerial. Like, you can't just throw random attacks out and hope that it's going to work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, L doesn't really have any reason to approach here. He just needs to go ahead, take his time, get as much damage as possible on this stock.
Like, L could take him the time if he really wanted to. Play the lane game, play the projectiles.
Yeah, and you can see the damage adding up, 94% on the next stock, and it's all because Ryan has been trying to keep running and trying to get this stock.
I mean,
164.
At 164, you're trying to think, hey, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit you as hard as possible, and then you just see Ryan just get snacked for it. Yeah. See? Once again, just going right off the side of the Like, you can definitely tell Ryan's playing frustrated. He's trying to get this kill because he knows he can kill him at this percent. He just needs to find the right tool at the right time.
Snake presents like one of the most interesting dilemmas in the game where you don't want to just sit here and let him throw stuff at you, but if you go in, you will end up eating damage from these grenades, especially if he's holding them in his hand. It's hard. It's hard to combat, especially for a character like Wolf.
Like, detonatable C4, grenades that he's just chucking all over the place, Nikita missile, like, what projectile does Snake have that isn't good for any type of tool? And honestly, like, using a reflector isn't even as good as it should be because, like, Snake can control, like, place most of his projectiles.
That's true, right. Buzzing grenades, it might be good early game, but at this point, you know, at worst, he's going to probably throw it back. Like, it's not going to be doing too much.
Honestly speaking, though, going for a grab, trying to follow up on it, but it looked like L just had some really good DI that just allowed him to, like, space it out.
And that down to borderline unpunishable, very difficult punch.
Oh, and the C4 off the top.
Yeah, them C4s, you gotta watch out for them.
If you get smacked with a C4, expect an explosion that you're not going to see.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Snake is one of those characters, you can drop something down out of nowhere. That might be it. You have to always be on guard with that shield button. Just always be prepared for anything. You have to be very aware in that matchup.
Exactly. You know? So now we have the first round for OAKSMASH out of the way. We have a couple other rounds that are also going on. We're just kind of waiting for them to go ahead and conclude, and we're going to see like where we are with the bracket. And then once we do so, we're going to be able to bring it right back.
Did you end up entering bracket today, or?
No, I'm going commentary duty, man.
Hey, fair enough, yo.
Like, look, man, my Sonic ain't shit right now.
Not my Sonic. Fair enough, man. You know, I kind of feel the same way about my pack, but we still trying to work through it.
I mean, let me put it like this: the last time I was able to practice Smash was and like play like real good, like was this past Friday, and I was teaching someone the fundamentals.
Okay, you know, I gotta educate them, help them get into the game a little bit.
They spent like I got beat by someone that's been spending a ton of time in World of Light with their Kirp, but just a solo Kirp. I'm nowhere near tournament level anymore.
Hey, fair enough, fair enough. You know, it's a grind for real. Like more than anything else, this game is just about the amount of time you put into it.
That's very fair.
More time you put into it, better you get at it. Especially coming to like these type of brackets. You come out to like an OAKSMASH. You can take your time. You can kind of get used to that tournament feel again, and really integrate yourself into the community a little bit.
Also, if anyone is willing to want to come in and join in on this tournament, we should be hosting this every so often. Like, if you go to OAKSMASH.gg and see like when we're going to be hosting our next tournament, go ahead and enter. It's a $15 entry fee. It's also hosted at LFG Royal Oak. And if you are interested in coming to just LFG in general, like you're more than welcome to just hop on down. It's a gaming cafe. They got food, drinks, video games, high-end computers, and a great environment for you to just chill, game, and have fun.
I'm about to say, there's not too many places like this, to be honest. It's quite an environment, and I'm happy to be here and I can shoot. So,
hey, honestly speaking, like, this is a great place to just, like, chill. Like, you got some headphones in, you got some games that you want to just, like, kick people in. Like, for example, like, I've been playing some other games along the way, but, like, for example, like, I just picked up a copy of Beer Replicant. But that's neither here nor there, and also, like, some other games I
what's the game title?
But on top of the games that you can just sit here and play, they also got like mechanical keyboards, high-end game computers, like low latency monitors. You pretty much name it for an optimal gaming setup, they have it.
Okay, fair enough, yo. We gotta pop off where we can.
That is true.
Now, I wonder what we have up next on here though. I quickly try to check bracket, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure.
Well, whoever we have up next, they're taking us back to PS2.
Back to PS2. All right, so we have Conflict and KF. Thank you, Nick, for that. I do appreciate it.
Nick is the guy running the tournament. We call him Darn. We sometimes call him Nick. You know, the guy that just runs the entirety of OAKSMASH. Without this man, like none of this will really be possible. Him and his cohort Ryan are like the two guys that pretty much run this tournament and are making sure that everything works out well.
They are the GOATs.
Like, shoot, the GOATs, like, we've seen them host a couple of tournaments for other Smash events, and, like, honestly, they're some of the best in our area.
I'm about to say, most definitely. I can't even think of anyone comparable, at least, especially during the pandemic. Nobody else is doing this.
All right, so we have Young Lincoln. Is that a Greninja?
That's what I'm saying. Another super rare character. You don't see so many Greninjas, probably because it's a very high technical barrier to play the character.
Like, Greninjas are more rare than Robs. Like, where the hell did, like, all of them go? Like, and on top of that, against a Young Link who just, you know, kind of craps out damage whenever he really feels like it.
More rare than Roz offline. Now, you might see a ton of Roz online. I'm not going to lie to you. There are too many Wi-Fi Roz.
You know, I'll give you that. I've seen a handful of Wi-Fi Robs, but you know what else you see? Wi-Fi Crom.
Oh, facts. I mean, these are facts. Right now, though, Conflict is doing a great job with these upbeats out of shield, getting a lot of damage on Sister 100 Pro.
Like, honestly speaking, like, just laying in a lot of damage is kind of the thing that Young Link is just able to do. He kind of plays very similar to, like, Link from the older Smash games, where, well, it's like, you know, detonatable bombs. Also has additional damage on his fire arrows, and also the boomerang that just, you know, gives him a lot of space to work with. It's, like, if you're playing Link in any capacity of any of the older games, you're just picking up Young Link because you're just back at home.
Essentially, yeah. You know, heavy zoner, definitely not as slow as the older Links, but definitely has a similar amount of kill power, honestly. Link's doing a great job in these super fast aerials. A lot of up B out of shield more than anything else. I mean, up B in general.
If up B is going to connect, boomerang.
No reason not to, right?
Right. Like, you're going to use the tools that work the best and lay down the damage so you can just, you know, press your advantage and make sure that you know they get the business.
Right now, Conflict is putting on a lot of pressure. Just a lot of projectiles is a little bit overwhelming to deal with. It looks like KF is a little bit lost on what to do. And another downer is bordering on the 3-stock right now.
Honestly speaking, I would not be surprised, but and the bomb saves him.
Not only do the bomb save him, that up smash in at a very strange angle. Usually sends off the top.
Look, we just call that Greninja things. Because, like, look, you already know the meme from the past Smash game. Oh, something busted is on this character? No Greninja. Ooh, baby. But like the side B going to definitely take him right off the top. Good punish kill.
That definitely is something that Conflict's going to need to be aware of. With all the projectiles he's throwing out, there's actually a lot of opportunities for this counter. Not exactly the safest counter at all times, but you know, it definitely can close out some stocks, especially at that close range where Conflict doesn't really have the option to react.
Honestly speaking, though, I'm just waiting to see, like, you know, what is Conflict going to be able to do. Like, KF has a lot of tools that he can, like, work at, but, like, it's Greninja. Greninja's tools are not that great. Ooh, and the recovery, like,
They're going to take it out. Unfortunately, just way too low there. I don't think he meant to do that shadow sneak off stage, especially that low. But, yeah, that's going to be the game. Very strong start for Conflict, though. It's going to be quite an uphill battle for KF to bring that back.
Yeah, so KF's going to go. He's just running it back to Pokemon Stadium.
Immediately back to PS2.
Like, look, I don't blame you, but, like, PS2 ain't the end-all, be-all of every stage. And,
Yeah,
like, you know, it's Young Link, and, like, you know, Conflict's going to go with the Young Link, and he's going with the Wolf.
About to say KF with the Wolf. And I know on PS2, I know a lot of people are very comfortable with PS2. I think Wolf is probably going to do a bit better in this matchup. It's a little bit easier to play in general. You have the lasers that you can actually counter zone with. Unfortunately, Water Shuriken is nowhere near the level of zoning that is Link, Boomerang in specific, and Link's Fire Arrows.
Link Boomerang, Link Fire Arrow, bombs. Like, you have more options at mid-range than you have, like, you know, tools with a sword. That's unfair, if you ask me. But at the same time, this is a balanced game. Technically.
Balanced game.
Like,
yeah, but I really do agree with this counter pick from KF, though. You have a reflector to work with. You have easier conversions to hit, especially on a smaller character like Young Link. I don't know if the Greninja conversions were just a little bit too precise to hit earlier. And in general, you just have an easier gameplay. You shoot laser, you get some damage, and then you kill this relatively light character.
ooh, but like, is he going to kill with a forward smash? Oh, it doesn't look like Conflict is going to be able to confirm with that forward smash. Wolf now sitting at forward tilt.
forward tilt just taking it out. And
Wait, was that a pause? Hold up.
Oh, wow. Hey, I mean, I do appreciate him respecting it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not just started. I feel like you could have just played it out.
I mean, KF was the one that paused, because he's the one that was like, damn, I hit the pause button on accident. Like,
yeah, I feel it.
First things first, like, why is pause even active? Like,
Yeah, that is the real question. We need to disable that after this game because that should not even be an option for real.
Like, for real, like, you know, ooh, and then conflict's just gonna go down, and it's like, okay, maybe KF might be able to bring this back. 70% isn't really, like, you know, danger territory 100%, but like, okay, now he's a little bit more in danger territory.
Most definitely. Any real conversion,
and
side B is going to go ahead and take it. Just aimed it a little bit too far down. I understand there's a lot of pressure going on.
Hey, look, KF did his best. He definitely applied a lot of different types of pressure. It's just conflict got in his head. And on top of that, that pause.
That pause momentum.
That pause destroyed all of his momentum, put him on last stock. There was nothing he could do about that.
Yeah, it's one of those uphill battles.
Wait, you know what? Actually, I'm wrong. You know what he could have done? Not paused.
I'm dead, bro. You're so ready. Not pause.
I mean, let's be real here. Like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, if that, honestly speaking, I would, like, rather see that run back and see, like, you know, what KF is actually able to pull out with his Wolf against the Youngling. But, like, at the same time, you got to take your L's where you got to take your L's.
This is the facts. I mean, it is.
Except against L.
Except against L. Anime Death Note. Wow.
No, the competitor.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. Other than after the pause, Youngling is definitely one of these characters. Zoners in general, rather. You give them a lead, they will take it a mile. We saw it in the earlier set with Ryan, right? We saw Snake get that lead, and then
you give them 3 centimeters. That is 3,000 kilometers.
Yeah, you're not. It's hard to climb back up after that. If you want a character that, you know, once you get ahead, you will stay ahead. You know, the rich get richer, the billionaires keep going up. These are your type of characters. Your Young Links, your Snakes, your Mii Gunners, your Pac-Mans. You know, my favorites. So,
I actually say like you're also in the tournament, man.
I am in the tournament, but I'm just waiting. Anything.
You're just waiting for the the end to come for you to end someone's life so you can take another tournament again.
Shoot, considering that Kepler isn't here, we might be able to just do that. Because I'm about to say that was the most difficult person I fought thus far.
I mean, let me be real here, man. Your arsenal of characters is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
You have Pac-Man.
Yes.
And then you also have Mii Gunner.
The fun characters. Everybody loves those guys.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for the day you just pick up Isabel and go ham.
I do love Isabel. Like, that was my first love.
This is KF and Abstract.
KF and Abstract. Okay. Got it. All right, yo. We got KF back on the stream again. So we know that KF both has a Wolf and a Greninja.
So let's see what else he's also able to pull out. So we're going to be going to the first round of the losers bracket, which is going to be KF against Abstract. We're going to see like what these two players are going to be able to pull out, who's going to pull out on top, and who's going to run it back through the bottom ranks, or as we like to call the trenches.
Not the trenches. Okay. Who did Abstract end up falling to, by the way? I'm just curious.
Let's see. Abstract?
Yeah.
Abstract went down against the Mexitron, who's actually going to be your opponent for your first match.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. I wonder. That's curious. I'm curious now. I'm wondering if KF is going to try to stick to the PS2 pick that we saw him pick earlier. You know, decided to go straight back to it. We didn't really see any.
Look, man, I'm just waiting for someone to pick either Battlefield, Small Battlefield, or FD.
I just want variety. I want people to really think about, like, is PS2
Wait, you want variety? So you want Lilac?
I'm a Lilac fan.
I hate Lilac.
I don't even play on Lilac. I just like it because it's different.
I hate Lilac, but I hate Lilac for various reasons.
I mean, fair enough. It is a little janky. It's not exactly the cleanest.
Only a little?
Just a little bit. A tad bit.
Is it me or is there a character missing from this roster?
We are definitely missing something because it shouldn't look like this. Piranha Plant is not here.
Oh.
Where PP?
Someone knows how to plant?
Hey, they said skip Plant. That's not a real character.
Okay, so we got Pyramithra versus Joker. DLC versus DLC.
Oh, wow.
This is what we like to call the good old-fashioned $4.99 matchup.
Yo, yeah, you got to pay to win. Hey, fair enough.
I mean, I'll be real with you. Joker and Pyramithra are definitely pay-to-win characters. Like, Joker is like the combination of like Sheik speed and then like Smash 4 Bayonetta power.
in all seriousness, though, you know, both these characters have a relatively high skill barrier. To play Joker well, you gotta be a king at spacing. It does take a little bit of work to get kills outside of Arson, so, you know, definitely a character to be respected. Almost saw a drag down up there.
That's true, but like to play Pyro Mythra, you really have to know like, you know, the range of your blades and also know which moves are going to beat out what in various situations. Pyra's excelling strength is all of her damage. She can just lay it down and give you the business. But also, Mythra's where Mythra excels, it's always going to be her speed. She's fast, furious, and also able to kind of counter most of what you're doing if you're not paying attention. So both of them have, and on top of that, both of them have really great capabilities of being able to kill, especially if you're not paying attention.
The funny thing is, this matchup has kind of like, they both have a similar property in that they change states, right? You have Pirate and Mythra, you have Joker and Joker with Arsene. So being able to manage two versions of the
Wait a second, this is a 2v2.
This is a tag team. Oh my god. And okay,
Oh my
KF
god.
was nice.
KF is activated. He is like, I'm about to give this man the business.
My goodness, yeah, we are
Like,
talking
he went-
two-stock lead.
He had a 2-stock lead, and that second stock happened in a matter of like seconds.
For sure. It's gonna be, now you talking about uphill battles. Abstract needs to just turn it up all the way. He needs to find a kill with that.
Like the best tool option that he has right now is just hold shield and wait for him to dash attack up, be out of it.
Right, you know, just something real simple, and it actually caught him holding shield there, but just a little bit reluctant to pull that trigger. Right now, just looking for a downer. Anything.
Honestly speaking, I'm surprised I haven't seen a neutral be coming out of KF. Out of Abstract.
You almost just saw it, but unfortunately, just,
There it is.
and again, it's just not working out. This could potentially be a free side because now the Arsen's online.
Arsene's online is just like, Arsene's like, it's like, I am here, it is time to die.
All right, Big Backer is still alive. It was halfway across the stage, so understand.
Honestly speaking, he's using Pyro because you know he wants to confront him. There it is, right up top, up the outer shield.
Up the outer shield, finally able to take it, but
And on top of that up B actually stabbed through the platform. It actually has a hitbox that extends just slightly down. So if you do it on top of someone, even if there's a platform above you when you do it, they're still not safe.
I have to worry about a random Ike or Crom missing because of the platform. No, Pyra, she does it different. They made sure to give her all the tools.
That is also true, but on top of that, I'm just over here just waiting for like the amount of like damage you can just lay in with Mythra, because like you usually see players either tend to one side or the other. You never see them really like find a good balance between the two.
I do definitely agree with you.
Ooh, and a backer from Joker to recover the jump. All right, so looks like we have. So it looks like Abstract is going to.
Yo, what game is this?
Game 2?
That was game 1.
That was game 1?
Yeah,
That was game 1. It was a hype game 1.
It was a
good game 1? It was a really good game 1.
Yeah, but KF really just
KF gave
control.
Abstract the business. Like, he was not messing around at all.
bordering almost on a 3-side.
Like, the only reason that he wasn't able to do that 3-stock is purely because Pyro has some massive kill power. Like, it was just a whole another level. But now this is going to be an uphill battle for Abstract, but I definitely think Abstract can definitely pull it out. He has the fundamentals and he has the skill to be able to do it. He just needs to know what tool, use it when, and how to do it against the Joker.
So I don't know about the opponent per se, but I do know Abstract. He's my personal training partner, and he does got a good Pyro Mythra. Now that he's offline, you know, he is going to be able to use that legless. But then again, Joker is a really good matchup against him, and we're really going to learn a lot about the Pyro Mythra matchup. I'm actually kind of excited to watch it.
I'm assuming that we are staying with Pyro Mythra. Interesting that we might see a Greninja switch from KF.
Ooh, sheesh.
He did so well with the Joker. I don't necessarily understand it.
But he's going late, and then Abstract's going Falcon.
Yeah, this is a complete switch up from the.
Okay,
So
well, you know what?
Falcon's
Everything I just said, throw it
Throw it
away.
out the window.
Throw it out the window. Throw it out the
Okay,
window.
so-
We're completely starting fresh. Pink Captain Falcon versus
Falcon Greninja on counts. What are you trying to expect here? Like, clearly this is a stage for Falcon because, like, you know, he's got the space to do all of his combos, and you're just going to see a bunch of up airs, a bunch of side Bs, and maybe a Falcon Punch here or there.
What's dangerous though, as Falcon, you are very susceptible to getting comboed. And Greninja actually has one of the deadliest combo games in the game. You saw that drag down up air, and you're gonna see this issue, right? You can't get down, you can't get out of the vortex.
Abstract's really got to start checking these. That's very crucial for the matchup. But I'll tell you what, Abstract actually does used to main Greninja, so he is familiar with the matchup. He's just going to have to put it through this set and get this first game. And it looks like he's doing okay so far, keeping it even.
Abstract's definitely looking to like go for some really strong kills here because Captain Falcon definitely has the damage to really kill just more or less whenever he wants.
Ooh, nice
Back here.
Good back here from okay, I'm just showing it after you're not going to be able to get.
Falcon can do.
Yeah, Falcon has a really exploitable recovery, but on top of that, like Greninja combo game potential out of the
Ooh,
There
back
you go,
here,
tag.
giving him the revenge back here right back to him, so now it's an even.
Yeah, only 10% second on that side, but really good from Abstract. Make sure he doesn't fall too far behind. I know in some of these matchups it's a little bit important to make sure you maintain an even pace, especially when shots can be as explosive as we just saw.
Honestly speaking, I'm just trying to see like what kind of sauce are we going to see from Abstract just landing it on the Greninja because or what kind of combos are we going to see out of Greninja just like carrying across the stage. There's a Falcon kick and there's a down air where we're going to see another one.
Definitely, and same for Falcon. I know Falcon definitely had one of the most points combo games in the game.
It's like
but...
what down throw, up air, down throw.
Right,
Right.
We all know.
Yeah, and then we got the side Bs, and then we
Like
Falcon can combo.
Even if you don't play Falcon, you know Falcon.
Oh, okay. Now,
That was bold.
bold, yeah.
That was
going
bold.
for the hard roll read.
Like you were going for a roll read that was not going to happen. Like
Well, maybe in his head it was.
I'm like, I just don't know, man.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
It's dangerous to do that, though. Especially
Yeah,
when
now
you're
he's
already down a
yeah,
game.
now you're down to stock. But
I say this is a lot.
maybe he's just
different.
trying to feel himself.
honestly speaking, I'm just trying to see like where is Abstract going to go with this? Like how is he going to bring this back and like try and like take advantage of this position? He's 70. Like Camp is sitting at 71, and that's definitely a really solid percentage to be able to do something. But like Camp just doing a combo, like giving him like bringing it back. There's even percent, and now he's at a disadvantage.
My goodness,
Like,
literally
he-
cannot get out of disadvantage. Just so much leverage.
Nice back here.
Oh,
and
and
that's-
shadows
that's-
me.
that's-
Get him from behind.
Honestly, that was just really well played from Camp. But like definitely props to Abstract. That was really great game.
He beat you game 3? I do have him. He beat you game 3?
Yeah, well, I beat him the first two games, but I felt bad because his controller was off.
Yeah.
His capture button.
Yeah, you're playing, and then I gotta play you or the loser. I got. You gotta find your opponent. He's a Young Link main. He's around.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to be swapping out our commentators. See, Caleb actually has a match that he has to go play, and now joining me will now be.
I will be joining the mic, but we gotta find our opponent.
So right now we're just kind of sitting and waiting, and update on the brackets and seeing like who's going to be where.
Oh, Bowtie versus Max. I did not. I thought it was Bowtie. I mean, not Bowtie. It's Caleb versus Max.
All right, so that's the match we're going to be watching.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm very familiar with both of these guys. This is gonna be a very cool matchup. I
I'm
like.
very familiar
I
with-
love both of them. So.
Like I'm very familiar with Caleb's playstyle and a lot of the things that he's able to pull out. He is a gigantic bag of tricks.
Yeah.
If you see a character that you're like, no one plays this character, Caleb probably plays this character.
Caleb's pulled
Like-
out Ice Climbers against me. He's pulled out Rosalina and Luma.
Dude, I've had him play. Look, and one time he beat me, and I was like, yo. Like, at some point, like, the person I lost to was about to play Caleb. I was like, yo, Caleb, beat them with Sonic. And he was like, after he beat them with Sonic, he was like, how the hell do you play this character? Like, legitimately speaking, like, I understand, like, but at the same time, there's only two things you need to know. Spin dash, spin charge.
Dude, you just got it, and then you just hit the B button and you just hope for the best. That's the Sonic way.
Have you ever seen a homing attack?
I've had people spam home and attack on me.
Dude, yeah, I'm one of them.
Yes, yes.
But at the same time, so anyways, Ryan, so what happened in that first game, man? Like,
I'm not. That first set was just tough for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at the Snake matchup like I thought I was. I actually beat him in a few friendlies before this, and then but apparently he caught on to my weaknesses and he got me.
So what happened is you were playing a good game against him, and then he broke out the sauce.
Yeah, you could say that is what happened. In theory, that may or may not have happened. When you're in the game, you know, I wouldn't even be able to tell you.
All right, so looks like Caleb and Nexatron are going to be running it
Yep.
over to.
Nex is definitely going to play Falcon. At least I'm pretty sure, at least. And then Caleb could be anyone. He literally could be anyone.
Like, quite honestly, I'm expecting either Pac-Man or Me Gunner. But I'm not going to expect his Me Gunner until later on in the tournament where he's going to be taking people more serious.
I don't know. He might just pull out whoever he wants just because he wants to have fun. So
That's true.
And Mike's a really good competitor, no doubt in my mind. But does Caleb
How
know
much you
that?
want to bet, like, if Caleb won't go random on that first round?
Yo, I hope Caleb goes random. Caleb, you should go random. Just do it. Just do it. Just go random. Just go random.
First round?
First game, do it. Do it. You won't. You think? I know you won't. Come on, do it.
Oh, hey, there was my name.
You know what's sad?
What?
There's no one that like he can get that like he'd be uncomfortable with on random.
You know, that's... No. Little Mac.
No one like I'll tell you what, Little Mac's an acquired taste. Let me tell you.
Little Mac is speed, ground game.
That's all you got. That's all you. Who needs anything else? Who needs recovery, aerials?
Who needs
Any other strategy?
Who needs recovery, aerials, weight, kill power?
Hey, he's got kill power. He's got kill power.
You know what he also got? Super armor.
That's true. He does got some super armor.
Now, I'll be real.
She's going random. I told him to do it. He's doing it.
Like,
He's doing it for the
actually
stream.
gives up on it. Like,
He's doing it for the stream.
you know, you gotta do it for... God, my age just showed. I almost said do it for the vine.
No. But how do you counter pick random? That's like insane.
How do you counter pick random? You play your main.
He's not on his main. Oh, but Palus is a good secondary he's got.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'd see this.
the last time I saw Palutena, she was literally nair out the butt.
Yes, sir. That's Mike for you. He's definitely gonna.
Now it's just like nair, cobbled into itself. How do you do that? How do you have a character that has a lead?
Oh my God! He does got a Rosa. He's got a Rosa.
So he's got the Rosa Luma?
He's got a Rosa. So like this could
All right,
be.
so we got Rosa Luma versus Toon Link.
Let's go. This is gonna be a good match. They're gonna be throwing shit at each other, and it's gonna be a good time.
Remember, he's PG.
Yep, of course. It's
So we're gonna see like Caleb just breaking out like Toon Link already getting 72% on next jump. Like this is definitely like we know what Caleb actually even means. Like let's be real here. Like he just plays.
I think he does Me Gunner, but like he also mains like 20 characters, so like it's kind of hard to say.
Like maining characters and being proficient with them are two different things. But even then,
That was a good up smash though.
a good up smash already putting like Caleb at the disadvantage of like 111%. Like that's fine, but like let's be real here. Like it's Link. Like any of the Links are able to dish out a good chunk of damage and just keep it going.
But he does have to hit him first.
You mean like that?
Yeah, pretty much. He's got really good projectiles. Oh, but he's sucking everything out. He's just like, yeah, if you want to do that, you
And up air?
up air. Yeah, that does it.
Huh. I know up air you know what? I forgot. PS2, low ceiling.
Yes. Well,
Moderately at least.
Toon Link's got deceptively good aerials. Even his down air is amazing too.
All the Links have deceptively good areas. That's not saying anything new, man. Like,
That's true. But Toon Link especially. I think Toon Link's one of the better ones.
like Toon Link like has a lot of good tools, and like I think his best aerial is like ones that are able. Alrighty. And take it over the top.
Oh no, he's living.
He's still living, but like Caleb definitely.
Oh, where did he go? What happened?
He went for an edge guard and then accidentally hit the zero button while in the air. And
Oh yeah, man. Then it's just over after that. Well, that bomb set have got him.
Honestly speaking, though, I'm just over here watching like Caleb just like
I'm
playing Toon Link, and it's like he doesn't even play this character, and it's like what is he doing? Like breaking it out, but like random is just like it worked.
It's pretty funny. Caleb does have every single character in Elite Smash, so that's what I meant when he said there's no weaknesses. Well, of course he's gonna have characters that he's better with than others, but he is very familiar with the entire cast, which is why he's been able to be so successful at these locals.
Honestly speaking, like Caleb is just also having a really controlling lead now, one stock up, and like 57%. Like he's easily gonna make that back up, and like already put next at like 34.
You know, I think Mex does have a good shot at this, especially against the Toon Link, you know? As long as he can...
Not lose his Luma like that.
I was going to say get the next stock, but you're doing the same thing, right?
You may as well, because, like, you know, now you take it like Rosalina from, like, you know, a top tier character to a B tier character. Honestly speaking, though, it's like, you know, this still is now the realm of possibility for Mexitron. He still has a lot of tools that he can work with. Like, just needs to be able to space out the characters, space out, like, all of his moves, and, like, be able to land them more consistently. Like, as soon as he's able to do that, because he's been laying in the damage to Caleb. Caleb is, you know, as most people would not think, Caleb is mortal.
Yes, Caleb is definitely mortal. I have taken him to many Game 5s in my day. He is beatable, but it's not easy. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to do everything. And honestly, this is... Oh, that up B does not help. But with Luma, it is possible, but he has to get this next stock. That is crucial. Dash attack's not killing, but up arrow. This was possible.
All right, so he's at 100. He's at 134. Like, you know, Caleb's going to be fishing for, like, a strong smash attack to just take him somewhere.
Well, yeah, now he's going to have to stall and try and get his Luma back. Like, that's a crucial part right now. Oh, yeah, that's it. No, there's something to do about that.
Honestly speaking, like, I think the option there probably would have been, like, jump recovery over to the other side of stages. Like, Toon Link's fast, but not that fast.
Yeah, that might have worked, but I don't hate his plan. It just didn't end up working out. And, you gotta get him away from you somehow. It's either you get away from him, you know, or you get him hit. You try to hit him away. And I see where he was going for there, especially with forward air right there. I think that was. I don't think it was a horrible play. Just didn't work out for him.
Honestly speaking, though, it's like, you know, now he's going again. No.
Oh man, man's just complete savage. Just
you don't need to do
he told me to do game 1. He told me I just said game 1. He's doing the whole set now. He's doing the whole set. Oh, and now it's Bowser.
Okay.
Falcon versus Bowser.
Okay. So Bowser's just gonna kind of like give him damage because like up B out of shield and then just like Bowser being one of the fastest heavies, the heaviest character in the game. Like, what do you do against this?
Well, we're just gonna have to see what he does.
Ooh, already putting Caleb at 67%. Like, that's pretty good.
The back air and forward smash. That was a good combo.
Just like
the good thing about Bowser is that he's combo food.
He is combo food, but you know, so is every other heavy.
That's true.
Like, and Ridley.
Ooh, I appreciate you gonna call him Ridley a heavy.
Like
he's like mid-hev at max.
Like, look. Bowser does damage, and like you can definitely tell he's going to just be kind of doing damage. Like one good missed attack is just like, you know, well, side B clearly, and then forward air.
Good forward air. Wow, I thought Mex had that for a minute, but
Mex had that at the beginning, but then you gotta remember it's Bowser.
No, it's even though. It's 2-2.
Honestly speaking, though, you know what would be funny? Caleb breaking on the Bowser bomb. Like, let's be real. Like, no one's gonna expect the Bowser bomb, but it's also gonna be like the one thing that when you get punished for doing the Bowser bomb, you're gonna feel like, man, why did I do a Bowser bomb? But at the same time, it looks like, you know, Mex is just doing his best and just trying to like lay in whatever combos that he's able to.
Yeah, Mex is really just trying to rack up damage right now.
Like I said, Caleb just did a Bowser bomb, and he landed on the platform, and he's like, man, why did I do a Bowser bomb? See? Why am I doing Bowser bomb? Like,
he just wants to hit it. He wants it. The hitbox just sounds beautiful. I don't blame him.
Like, you know what you use Bowser Bomb to do? Edge guard.
That is true.
Like, Bowser Bomb will spike. And like, because it's
I have been spiked by Abstract with Bowser Bomb plenty of times. It definitely does that.
Alright, so now Caleb's up by one stock, you know, 90%, you know,
I think Mexican definitely, yeah, now that he got that side B. And the Funera, I knew it. I knew that 90% was just
landing and connecting. You always gotta respect it.
Always gotta respect it. But yeah, I knew it was one attack away from just getting that. Oh, there we go. And now it's up here. Ooh. That was a good little combo, 32%, and then 46. And now look at that shield damage.
That's true, but like, you know, Bowser is just unfazed by it all.
He's gonna get all 40% of that flame breath.
However, he's sitting at 72. Like, you know, like this is still anyone's game because they can both lay in some really solid damage and get some really good knockback and kills.
Yeah, now that Mex has some rage, he might be able to get something out of this, but he's got to get the first hit, and this is a good start.
So Caleb's definitely looking to try and figure out a good way to end this because he's definitely within kill range.
Oh, this might end it. This might end it. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, next one definitely will kill though, but that will kill. That will kill.
Forward tilt.
Forward tilt. lunged into that boy.
You know, DI the Gods was like great, but like you can't DI everything.
You know what? I know he was playing random, but I respect Max for getting him the last stock both games. He really tried his hardest.
Like Max definitely made Caleb work for that on characters he's not strong with.
Oh yeah, and dude, like I said before, Caleb's strong with all the characters.
Man, what the hell was that? We stayed random for one game.
Wait,
I know they just finished, but like,
oh, I was about to say Bowser just won, right?
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not crazy. Oh, they're running it back.
Are you guys running that back?
I gotta.
Wait, did you guys just like make a money match? So, just to let you guys know, this is actually not a part of the tournament. They're just running the set back for some reason. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why. Like, Caleb won on the Bowser, but like he's definitely giving Max some pretty good, like, solid damage. I'm not sure what to expect out of this, except we're just gonna see. I wouldn't say everything that we just saw, but at the same time, we don't know what we can see out of this.
Hey, both out here, just to let you know. You're playing stream.
Hey, Ryan, you want to commentate this? Yo, Ryan.
Playing against Caleb. He's on the streaming set. You're gonna play on stream. You sure you're alright with that? Play on stream? Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna commentate. Just let you know.
So, watching this run back, it's kind of just been like, what are they doing? It just feels like we're watching a repeat of the last game, just with different skin colors and like different moves.
Well, after this, we won't have to watch anymore. So we just gotta watch this power bomb real quick, and then watch this forward. Oh no! That was a big Koopa Claw.
Yeah, down smash does have a pretty solid amount of range. Honestly, though, like Bowser is just really known for like going fast, hitting hard, and being heavy. And honestly, with a back air that's like similar to a forward smash, I wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly, down tilt, I was like, I would have gone. I just went for it.
You thought he wasn't gonna make it, and there he goes.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get back thrown anyways. You might as well go out in style.
That's true.
But
we'll say at the very least, like, he wanted the run back, and honestly, I respect the run back. You can do anything in the run back. You can try your best, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to work out for you.
if somebody has to play us up, though, you gotta go. Yeah, man. So we have a few open setups. We have that one back there. We have a couple, so we're good. Don't worry about it. Alright, so Bowtie is about to come in this, and Bowtie is a Young Link main. He is pretty good. I did play. He was actually the first person to show up to this local besides me. So we introduced ourselves, and I played a little bit of friendlies. He's pretty solid. He's got the game on lock. We're gonna see how it goes against Caleb, though. I could honestly against the Young Link, I could definitely see a Pac-Man, or I could see Me Gunner. I don't see him going to random. Maybe he will, but I don't think so.
Honestly speaking, though, like, I want to see like what Caleb's gonna be bringing out. I want to see the Pac-Man. I also want to see some of the characters that Caleb's most notably known for.
I would definitely want to see Pac-Man this game. I like, especially with the Young Link. I definitely think the projectile war will be interesting to watch. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, French Fries got some projectile game. He was getting me a little bit, but I got him back a little bit too. So.
That's fair. Honestly, depending on what Caleb wants to do in this matchup, he either wants to out-trade with more projectiles, or he's gonna just be like, all right, you can have your projectiles, reflector. like, there's like how many different characters with reflectors in this game?
Well, there's a lot of reflectors in this game.
That is very true. Like,
Well, let's I don't. Does he main any characters with a reflector? I think. I don't know if
character that he could main with a reflector, he doesn't run reflector on.
Exactly. Me Gunner's the only one that he has, and he doesn't run a reflector on it.
That is kind of true. But at the same time, it's like, at that point, he doesn't need a reflector because he just out projectiles them with, Pac-Man and Me Gunner. Like,
I honestly don't think he needs it. I think, Young Link doesn't have have one, so like it would just be straight up projectile war. So I hope I see Pac-Man. Any character he plays is gonna be fun, but Pac-Man versus Young Link would be kind of cool.
Start the battle.
Me Gunner. That's fair.
Me Gunner. We kind of.
No!
Nope.
He's a tease. He teased me for a second, or rather, he got that Pac-Man on lock though. That's what I wanted to see, so I'm okay with it.
Honestly, though, like, it's Pac-Man in the blue versus Young Link in the dark blue. Like, so what could we be expecting out of this? Projectiles thrown all over the screen and just be like, a mess. Fire hydrants being used, and honestly, like, Caleb fishing for keys for kills.
We're gonna see who's got the big brain plays, and that's gonna decide who got the set. And good neutral, I guess.
Number one is like,
well, that's not a good way to start it. Ooh, Bowtie didn't have a jump there. Yeah, he could, but he's at 70%, so he's in trouble. And now he's frozen, and now he's dead. That's a great way to start the set. Let me tell you.
Honestly speaking, Caleb is just commanding the space, using all of the tools Pac-Man has available. Like, you have fruit that you can just throw all over it.
Bowtie was really good at getting that up air into when I was playing friendlies, and he just kind of missed that. That's unfortunate.
Honestly, though, Caleb knows the properties of all this different fruit. Like, knowing how each fruit works, and he also knows what he's trying to fish for at any point in time. Like, he could be looking for the bell, he could be looking for a key, he could be looking for the Galaga. He might be even looking for just the melon. And just all of the different fruits that he's able to just kind of throw out, it's just he knows how to command the space and play around his projectiles. And even if you're a good, Toon Link, if you're a good Link of any kind, who knows how to play around their projectiles, will that matter if all your projectiles are less projectiles than the ones that you're fighting?
I'll tell you what, Bowtie can pull out some projectiles. He's been doing it a little bit. He did got a good 90% on, or 114 now on Caleb.
Caleb also has him at 90.
Ooh, he needed to tech that. That was unfortunate. Now he's on 3-1. Now it's really tough after this
already
point.
at 119, but he's well within kill percentage. And the longer that Caleb is able to rack up damage on both sides, the more of a lead he's just going to get.
Oh wow, that was a cool grab.
He whipped the terror grab, but at the same time, Bowtie could have definitely ran in and grabbed him out of that.
You can't jump into the.
I know you can't jump into it, but at the same time, when it was retracting, you could have ran up and grabbed.
That is true.
Maybe a dash grab.
147%. He has to get
nice
the
parry into a
back air. Yeah, that was a back air. He didn't have a lot of choices, but
he tried his best to try and give him using his recovery against him, but that doesn't necessarily always work because after that third hit, if you touch it again, you're going into the blast.
Right. 84% on Bowtie, 160 full rage on Caleb. Bowtie really has to get this first stock, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking like it's mattering too much.
It's looking really good, but at the same time, he's already at 109%. The kid's still sitting at 160. And the hydrant.
That was a really cool setup.
Bowtie's still in this though.
And no, he's not. Oh, and he killing him with the foot. It just
foot. The bell just for style on him.
Just style. He's just he did the kickflip. He's put his right foot in, and then he pulled his right foot out, and then he did the hokey pokey, and he turned himself around.
Well, you did the hokey pokey. Now you got the dead link.
Yep, and now you got it, and now you got a 3 stock, and now it's game 2.
And we're going back to PS2.
Okay. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think the stage had much to do with it.
At this point, I think we're gonna just rename OAKSMASH to OAKPS2. Because that's all we've been seeing tonight. We saw Kello one time, and that was it.
Interesting. Well, what was funny is you guys were talking about the counter pick the second game, and you were both you should pick FD or Kalos. Those are the 2 things he banned. And I'm just that's where I wanted to go to, guys.
Honestly speaking, though, I was just talking with Caleb, earlier in the tournament, he said that, there's some games that he would definitely, like there's some like stages he would like to play on. Like one of the ones he's like is like, you know, Lilat isn't that bad, but at the same time, I'm a Lilat hater. I'm like, if you take me to Lilat, like, well, you wouldn't take me to Lilat. I'm banning it.
I don't hate Lilat. You know what the stage I hate is?
What?
It's that rocket ship one, whatever it's called. Oh, is it Lilat? No, that's
Yeah, the one where it's like, you know, slightly curved.
Yeah, no,
And it has,
I
like,
was
the
thinking you
three
were talking about
platforms?
Kalos. I always ban
Yeah, no.
Lilat too. I always ban Lilat.
That's Lilat.
I actually tried
So
to
what
get a
you're saying
ban
is
for this
that you
tournament.
hate Lilat
Oh,
too?
100%.
Good.
I
I'm glad
actually
we're on the same page.
we're both the TO. I'm the TO for this, and I wanted to get a ban for this one, but I don't know if it ended up happening. I didn't check the sheet of paper,
Dude,
so
like,
I like PS2 too much.
Like, trying to get Kalos banned is like trying to unban Duckman. And I'm not talking about like the yellow characters. Like, you know, we're talking about stages right now, and Caleb's already taking his first stock. You know, keeping it like real simple and clean. Like they were both at 100, and we honestly weren't even paying attention there.
That is true, but I'll tell you what, he's not doing as bad this game. He's 112%. Like he just has to get this kill. One up smash, one forward smash, any smash attack really. As a good setup, a good forward air, anything could really get this Caleb to second stock. Or even
thinking like he could even use the hydrant to get them, but the hydrant has to like, you know, not push him out the way first.
right. He's got to use his projectiles to his advantage. Oh,
Ooh, nice parry against the Galaga so that he doesn't get carried off by it.
he got the good nair.
Gotta get sniped, but like, you know, he was trying to.
Oh, good down air. He just has to get them one more hit, one more good hit, and he's good from the stock. I hope Caleb doesn't take advantage of this.
Caleb's probably going to find a way to push his advantage, but he's at 151. Anything that he does, he has to be very careful.
Yeah, he's got full rage. He's definitely has to worry about it, but I think he's gonna do more trying to keep his distance right now instead of going in attack.
Honestly speaking, he's just trying to rack up the damage.
Yes.
And honestly, the more damage Caleb racks up, the further his advantage gets, and like I said last time. And it's just like, you know, you gotta just be careful.
Getting hit by the orange twice.
Okay, so I guess we should just have an orange counter because every time Caleb lands an orange, like, you know, you gotta give him an orange.
Yeah, man. He's getting his vitamin C today.
Like, getting some vitamin C and getting some Sunny D.
Oh, yes, sir.
Ooh, and both sides was going for the snipe, but
Oh, was that on tech ball? I couldn't even tell.
that might have been technical, but like I don't think it, like Caleb has a reaction time to react to that. Because even I was looking at it, was like, oh,
Yeah,
he's dead.
Yeah, no, I instantly thought he was gonna die too, but I didn't see the red mark around it, so he might have been able
No, I saw the
to
red
tech it.
mark.
Oh, you saw it? Then it wasn't. It was on tech ball. Nothing you could do.
Okay, so he was at a high enough of the percentage where it's like, yeah, you're dying. And the game said you died today.
You die. You're done. All right. You got enough extra credit at 90%. You're done.
All right, so Caleb now bringing Bowtie up to 106. Let's try and see like what he's going to do. Trying to get a good read.
Caleb is playing. I mean, Bowtie is playing a lot better this game. He's being a lot more patient. He's using his projectiles better. He's not letting him get overwhelmed in an advantage state. He's keeping a solid neutral going, but he's getting hit.
He's using his patience to kind of control the space and stage a lot better than than in the last game. Like he's definitely like, you know, learned the lesson. It's like, this is Pac-Man. You don't rush a Pac-Man.
No, yes.
Like the only time you rush a Pac-Man is if you have a character that's fast enough to rush Pac-Man.
Not a lot of characters can do that.
Top 3 fastest characters in the game: Little Mac, Captain Falcon, and Sonic. The only one of those 3 that actually would probably, you know, rush the Pac-Man is Little Mac.
Right. And because Little Mac literally has to. Oh, that was a phenomenal forwarder to get that. Now he has a lead. That's all he had to do.
Bowtie now actually having.
Oh wait, no, he's still good.
He
He's still
needs
good.
to, like,
He
all
could
he needs
easily
is
take this game too.
all he needs is like just to land some good hits.
Last stock.
Last stock, even game.
Let's see how good Bowtie's guts are. He's gonna have to.
He's got to get a good like combo in and like, you know, just rack up the damage faster than
Yep.
Caleb can rack
Yep.
up the damage on him.
Exactly.
This is
Get that
still
one hit in order to keep the momentum.
very much so still anyone's game in every capacity about this. Like, you just want to watch and see like what he's going to be able to do. Bowtie's definitely trying to like go for a good edge guard here. He doesn't know that you can't really easily get Pac-Man. Like, Pac-Man has one of the better recoveries in the game.
Yeah, I think Bowtie has the disadvantage to Caleb because Caleb's definitely not nervous and Bowtie is definitely nervous right now.
You can definitely like almost hear his heartbeat. Like,
I can hear it from here.
yeah, like you can hear from 3 miles away, man. Like, you can tell like his heart is racing. He's trying his best to like, you know, get some advantage, apply a lot more pressure, push his advantage, push like whatever disadvantage he can out. And
Oh wow, side B into forward smash. That is not looking good for Bowtie
That was
right now.
dash-
Ooh, yeah, was that dash attack?
That was dash attack in the forward smash. Like, honestly, the pivot dash the pivot forward smash, I was not expecting Caleb to just go out for it. And like, honestly, it really worked in his advantage. It put like Bowtie into a position that he's got to be very wary of. And Bowtie is
he
now,
missed that up air.
honestly though, he definitely has the space to be able to like connect the second one. Grabbing one of Pac-Man's fruits is actually one of the best ways to just, prevent him from doing it.
Yes, and now he's at 83% against his 108. And but at least Caleb's in disadvantage. Ooh, Nair, that's going to keep him. Let's see if we can get a game 3 going. That would be really cool.
Honestly speaking, I am definitely rooting for Bowtie to take this.
Look, I don't want commentators bias, but I'm not gonna lie, I watch Caleb win way too much. I want Bowtie to get
Look,
this.
man, I've seen Caleb win too many games. I want him to be humbled slightly.
Oh yeah, and Bowtie, brand new person to come. I haven't seen him at any other event. This is his time right now. 103, 119. Let's go.
He's trying to find a good.
Let's go! Oh man, that up he didn't get
Caleb
him.
might still be able to come back.
He
teched
teched
it.
it. Oh, he's good. No, oh no.
He was able to escape the pineapple. Like he knew what he was doing. He knew.
127 to 129. This is a full even game back in it. Oh no, it's not back in neutral.
He's still bringing it back. He's trying his best to just confirm the kill. And Caleb is also waiting for it.
Now they're both nervous. Now they're both nervous. Oh, the key to success. Not gonna get it this time, but the next one will.
He's trying to go for some fire hydrant setups to make sure that. Oh, the apple!
Oh, wow.
That was some really good execution.
Bowtie, that was phenomenal.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like, man, honestly speaking, that was some really great performance out of Bowtie. Like, he may have lost, but that was an excellent performance.
Great
you could definitely,
performance by Bowtie in that second game.
Like, Caleb was sweating that second game, and you could tell from the way he was playing, he was sweating.
He was that first stock. I thought Bowtie was nervous, but then Caleb got him. Caleb got nervous.
Wait, you know, KMP, P-Mill, hold on, let me pull up the picture.
Caleb literally got stuck under PS2 while just hoping he gets out. He's like, no.
So, he was so calm about it. He was like, oh no.
Was he? Wow, I would be panicking like crazy.
Hey,
maybe that's why he's a top player.
You gotta catch up loser brackets.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, here he does play it, so I'm versing Bowtie. So now I can just start playing.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So I wanna get you.
Start battle. Sephiroth. Young Link.
I'm
All right,
still
so
trying to catch
looks
my
like-
breath. That shit is
So, Ryan had to go ahead and go play a game, and now sitting back with me on the commentator seat is C. Caleb. Dude, what happened in that game?
You know, I don't know what changed game 1 to game 2. I think he just really took that first game to just
The one thing we noticed the one biggest thing we noticed in the second game was there was a lot more patience.
Oh, most definitely. He was
And on top of that,
no reason.
dude, you almost got pineapple.
Oh, very close. But
So how the hell did you get out of that?
You just gotta know, third jump with Pac-Man, you get a lot of time to go upwards, right? So I just waited until I got that third bounce, and then I started drifting to the right at the very end of it. So plenty of time.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys ready?
Just one more time, this match is
guys ready?
between... Who's the match between?
Let's see. Bringing up the bracket right now, we're still trying to figure out.
Quickly find these matches. But we're seeing
Compact and
Sephiroth
Hexagon.
versus Young Link.
Wait, it's compact and hexagonal.
Yes, you're right. Conflict and Hexagon. We saw Conflict Young Link earlier, able to get
Yo,
a
the
victory
Sephiroth?
over
Honestly,
KL.
though,
And Sephiroth, yeah, you just don't see too much of offline. Sephiroth is rare.
Offline Sephiroth, like, the thing you gotta be worried about is that big sword. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, that sword is like, that has more range than what? 75% of most forward tilts?
Oh, most definitely. Just the sword has more range than most characters, okay? Min is probably the only comparable character in terms of range.
Okay, that's not even a fair comparison because that's Minion.
Right, it's Min.
Like, her tether grab is the biggest one in the game.
I'm about to say, like, you
Like,
know.
what do you, like, the only time her tether grab sucks is in the air.
Now, the one thing I do question, right, is how Sephiroth deal with projectiles. Because
How does Sephiroth deal with the projectiles?
Yes.
Easy. One wing in angel mode, forward smash.
that is true, but
And he's
already
in
got
one
wing
in angel mode.
already. About to say, just hit through the right one, and that's it. You're 100% right. It's gonna.
Honestly though, like, the other thing they can do is like just apply a lot of pressure in the shield with using down smash and also using like any of his explosions. Like any single one of them, like Sephiroth just does the damage that he's able to do to just
Perfect space back here, coming out from Hexagon there. Take that first shot, but Conflict taking it right back. Let's keep it even. You know, we've been even all game. Let's continue the wave.
honestly speaking though, like, you know, seeing how they're actually like trying to execute this and seeing how close they are to each other, like, you want to see like what kind of damage are they going to be able to do? What kind of follow-ups are there? And he's already got the orbs of death on him. He was trying to charge up that explosion, but it wasn't ready yet.
One thing that I've heard often is that these orbs of death, not as sure protect their code, but I've heard that that's an automatic neutral win, right? You automatically put your opponent in that disadvantage state, so it's gonna be interesting to see how.
Like, you're put in a disadvantage state, and then like if Sephiroth even furthers that disadvantage state by throwing you off stage, you could be dead.
That might just be your stock. So it's gonna be interesting to see how much Hexagon uses it. It's also gonna be interesting to see how Conflict responds to it. But in the first game, it doesn't look like it's that much of a factor yet.
Well, almost.
Oh, and there's the Reflector. It has that second hitbox that's coming in clutch for Hexagon. Otherwise, they got punished.
Honestly though, like, you know, landing all those like fire arrows and then try to read with the up tilt. Like, you want to talk about like large hitting moves? Like, do we have to talk about like, you know, Sephiroth up air at all?
We definitely don't. Try to go for the up tilt, but not able to find that kill. And again, up tilt, but it looked like it might have been a sour spot if I'm not mistaken.
Honestly though, like, ooh, and the counter.
That counter, one of the strongest in the game too.
And on top of that, it also has an automatic activation, and then Conflict just bringing it right back immediately after. There's no such thing as disadvantage to this man.
You gotta. I'm hoping Hexagon recognizes that jump after.
Wait, hold on. You up B, and then you realize that Sephiroth has a sword called a Masamune that's big as hell. Like, what do you do against that? Like, you're just spinning there, and he's like, damn, that's a nice Beyblade.
To be fair, Hexagon is still feeling a lot of pressure from Conflict. You still see a lot of projectiles, a lot of shielding coming out from Hexagon. If you're not able to use the sword as much, then, you know, how effective is it really going to be?
Oh, like, you're Sephiroth, you're not able to use your sword? That's fine, you got magic. Like, he's just gonna throw it out.
Oh, and speaking of throwing out, almost killed him with that LFG. I believe that was probably space because he saw the shield stun there.
He's got the orb, now he's just trying to apply more pressure and trying to see if he can get connected and hit the shield. One winged angel mode once again activated. Like, Hexagon is now going to use that to his advantage. Getting super armor on the smash tech is by far the greatest strength for him.
Oh, I like trying to go for a down smash there. Trying to close this out before that super armor comes into play, but unfortunately, still playing neutral here with one winged angel Sephiroth. Good down here.
Like, one winged angel Sephiroth is like trying to play a game of oops,
it's fully charged.
And there's the range of it just covering all the legs.
Okay, looks like I hit by the sound spot of it.
And there goes the up air, taking him right off the top. Like you said, Sephiroth, really big sword.
Really big sword.
This is why he's the big bad of Final Fantasy VII. Oops, that was a spoiler. My bad.
Nah, not you spoiling Final Fantasy. All the Final Fantasy fans out there crying in tears, but.
Like, look, we all know that he's the big bad. We know he fights Cloud. We know that it's supposed to be the epic fight. I ain't gonna spoil everything, but I am gonna say that.
I mean, like, you should know this.
He has the aura of a villain.
The character. Just look at this guy.
You know, oh my God, we aren't going to PS2. About time.
Finally, something different from PS2, and I kind of agree with this pick. We have Town City, light, large stage. Hopefully gives Young a little bit more spirability and a lot more room to run around.
That's true. On top of that, like, Town City It's in Town and City and like Smash Bros. Both of them have like short ceilings, right? Because they're both Animal Crossing stages.
I'm not sure about the ceiling on Town and City. I know that the blast ones are pretty large, but you're definitely right on Smash Bros. I couldn't tell you what Town and City. I don't think it's enough.
They might be Battlefield size on Town and City because it looks more like a Battlefield setup. Honestly,
I can see it.
anyways, Conflict going in and like just putting 57% onto like Hexagonal. Like Hexagonal's like trying to find good places to like apply his sword, but like how do you apply the sword if like you're not in range of the sword?
These are facts, and I think that was the strategy for Conflict in picking the stage. Said, you know what, you're a little bit too close. You're punching me in the face. You're putting me in these bad positions.
But at the same time, like Hexagonal's just like, all right then. If, like you're gonna just like cover all these different options I'm gonna have, fine. I'll just go one winged angel mode because the game said I could.
That is fair, and honestly, that's been the saving grace of this matchup, right?
On top of that, whipping counter on Sephiroth is never a bad option as long as they're on the same side as that counter, because it will still activate no matter what.
But Conflict able to take that first one this time. Get a quick nair. We will see a lot earlier when Angels in the up smash. My goodness, just holding the up smash. Not much you can do with that recharge neutral special.
The thing is like the charge neutral special like dims the screen so much. Where is Sephiroth where he goes? He just kind of blinks out for a second, and you stop paying attention to him because you're looking at the explosion.
You know, very soon as a Piranha Plant's Poison Cloud. You know, sometimes it obscures your vision, and what's really happening? It's just so much going on the screen. Very chaotic move. But hey, Conflict doing a great job at maintaining this lead, though, regardless of losing the stock and not getting any extra credit.
Honestly, like even though he's like maintained this great lead, like Sephiroth, we all know he has the damage to bring it back.
I'm about to say,
so it's still a little bit of an upfield battle. Conflict still has to apply a lot more work than like Hexagonal does. But at the same time, Hexagonal needs to play like a lot less aggressively and just play maybe a little more patiently. See what Conflict's going to do. Wait for him to rush in and wait for him to throw something out, and then just give him the business.
And if I am Conflict, I am not rushing in, because we've seen the convert that Hexagon has gotten on Conflict when he does get close. Every time he's touched, it's like 60, 80, 20% a hit. It's actually pretty ridiculous.
Honestly though, like, ooh, and it looks like Conflict was able to take Hexagon right off the top of the up tilt. Like, that's a really good advantage that he can now put. And like, but even then, like, Conflict is like, not going to like go down without a fight. He wants to push his advantage. He wants to give him more damage than what he's currently sitting at. And you can definitely tell. And like, Hexagon's just gonna go ahead and just punish a lot of his.
Alright, and now here comes the extra credit from Conflict. Yeah, just go ahead, rinse and repeat. Up the out of shield. Every time you get a punch, easy damage. Get as much as you can off his side.
We don't care about scaling here, we just care about damage.
We are damage fiends out here, and keeping Hexagon in disadvantage is going to be the key here.
Honestly though, like Hexagon still being in disadvantage against like like we're just waiting for the one winged.
There's the forward tilt, 89%.
And he's still the one winged angel though.
I'm about to say, one winged angel didn't go away.
It didn't go away because he was still in disadvantage. So it doesn't matter what you do. It's like as long as he still has it, you're still not out of the woods. That gives him an extra jump, super armor, and on top of that, you are now worried about everything that he's able to throw out. Octaslash coming out is just going to land some more damage. Like Sephiroth is something to just be fearful.
Now the question is for Conflict, do you try to rush in and go ahead and finish the stock off before One Wing Angel becomes a real factor? Or do you take your time and then hope that Hexagon does something punchable and get the kill?
Well,
that
down air
safe. Down air sets up, yeah.
No, I think that was a down air sour spot.
That was a sour spot from that looked like sweet spot. I mean,
because I know for a fact that down air spikes, but he didn't bounce off the stage. He just went straight up.
I think you're right. I think it does have a spike hitbox. I couldn't tell you.
Taking it to small battlefield because where are you gonna run on small battlefield from Sephiroth's sword?
Yeah, that honestly.
Up smash, cleave both platforms. Joker?
Interesting. I thought the Sephiroth working out fine, to be honest, and especially with a smaller stage as well. You just go up, hit him with that huge sword, he covered the whole platform.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, Joker has Arsene.
That is fair.
And if you throw like the wrong move against like a Joker, and if he just hits Rebel's Guard, that's just Arsene in his hands.
And I think that right there is probably why we saw the Joker switch. Rebel's Guard, you're able to finally do something with those projectiles that we've seen Conflict to throw out for free. Now it could lead to getting Arsene. It makes it a little bit more tenacious, a little bit more, tumultuous.
Speaking of Arsene, here comes the big man himself, just being able to lay in damage.
Up smash!
Up smash.
It's a little bit off, needs to wait for that tech. All right.
Forward smash?
No.
Go for the grab.
Smart not to go for the back air. I don't believe it would have hit.
Honestly, if it were me, I would have gone for a forward smash, but then again, I play Sonic, and that probably would connect.
I'm about to say, Sonic would have done it. That forward tilt definitely will. Still a little bit of Arsene getting 10% with the gun. Why not get extra credit when you can? If you're not going to get anything huge, get a little bit, eat a little bit more than what's on your plate.
Honestly, though, like, seeing Arsene in action and, like, against, and, like, trying to see, like, Joker try and break out the Arsene whenever, like, whenever Young League is just trying to make any moves. Like, what do you do when you have, like, the big scary man out? You just kind of wait for him to go away.
These are facts. You don't have too much of an option to do that on this stage, though, and I think that might have been what factored into the stage as well.
Accidental's now just pressing his advantage now. It's just, look at this, 80% and already, like, trying to push it further. And, like, one thing, Arsene's not even out, and he just killed him with Joker, and he's almost back at Arsene.
Can we talk about the gun movement to do that? Use, like, the first hit of the gun moving backwards to the back here. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
Wait a second, hold up. That's a me gunner tech.
Hey, shoot, Arsene got a gun, Gunner got a gun. That forward there is going to make sure that stock is done, though.
That was unintentional.
It was, but hey, we take those. We take those.
We take those. It's just like, you get like a free 80% on, like you get a free 80% on any character in the game, like because they forgot how to DI. We take those.
Hey, we gotta do what we have to do out here.
Exactly. Like you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the ethic, you gotta put in Arsene.
Now I know people are saying like One Wing Angel is a great comeback mechanic. Arsene is still the premier comeback mechanic in this game.
Because he has a double counter.
Double counter, extended like damage on every move.
Double counter, extended damage, extended hitboxes. On top of that, an actual spike.
Right, like it's pretty ridiculous how good Arsene actually is, and you can see how much conflict it took off that one Arsene, even though he didn't die from it.
Like Hexagonal is like just put him at 100, like, and he still has 2 stocks to take off. Like Conflict still has 2 stocks to take off Hexagonal. Like this is a great spot for Hexagonal to be in. Like he may not be. Does a bomb save him?
I was debating if it did. I'm like, I think he might have been able to make it back. That's going to be that though. It's not over yet.
It's not over.
Still win.
Conflict can still win, but he has a gigantic uphill battle that he has to face.
Definitely.
Like 120% is not a small like disadvantage to like work.
And he's probably going to have to fight against at least one more Arsene, even if he gets him to like 50,
he's guaranteed fighting up against one more Arsene. Like he's about to come right back almost as soon as we say it.
Say there's Arsene coming out, and now this is the game, right? If he can get past this Arsene stock, I believe that this is going to be a lot easier for Conflict to potentially take something back. I like the air dodge, trying to get as much stall as possible. I love that. Using the bomb to go ahead, get back to save safely, and wasted half of Arsene. That's the smart strategy right there.
Even with wasting half of Arsene is still a gigantic threat because one bad move and a counter be putting on 160.
Up smash, and that's going to get rid of it. And now this is a game.
Now the Conflict actually has a chance to bring it back. This is still anyone's game because like with the amount of damage he's able to lay in, and like one wrong
forward there, you got to be super careful of your hexagonal.
One forward air, one forward smash. Honestly, one really strong hitting move of any kind will just
I'm about to
take out
say, good
Hexagon.
near a ledge. Oh, you see these projectiles, and now this is scary. Arsene might actually come back online again. Oh, I love it. Forward throw for the game.
Forward throw is taking him out. Like Conflict played out of his mind there.
Oh, about to
Sitting
say,
on 163, he didn't give up the entire way. Like that was a comeback that we honestly weren't expecting, but we were really happy to see.
I'm about to say, he sat at 163 for around 3 minutes. Do you know how tough that is, especially against a character like Joker?
Yeah. Like, especially on the fact that he also had to fight not one, but 2 Arsenes.
Ridiculous. Able to just stay calm, stay composed. Set to the game plan. I think one of these key moments was when he decided to go off stage, had the bomb in hand, went ahead and saw with the bomb. After that, he kind of kept the game, kept Joker on the right side of the stage, was not able to regain stage control, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Called out a good call that a counter from Joker, shut it down.
Honestly speaking, like that was a really great execution from both players. Like it was like sitting on the edge of your seat, just wondering who's gonna take it, and seeing Conflict being able to just run it back from a full stock.
Right.
Like that was insane play from Conflict. Like we have to give that man like high end props there.
Shout out to Conflict, man. He did his thing for sure. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that means it's me and EXO.
Yes and no. The next game technically should be
Unless we're
Ryan
streaming.
versus Bowtie.
I see. Yeah. I guess we can stream those. No, I'm good either way.
Because like Ryan versus Bowtie, like that's the only matchup we're missing for the quarterfinal.
Well, I fought Bowtie. That was stressful, man. That hurt. My
Like
heart.
honestly speaking, like was looking at like what Bowtie was breaking out and like, whew, that was terrifying.
We got the meat going on. Cool.
Start battle. Ness.
Oh, what's up, guys? We got EXO versus Caleb. What is this? Winners finals?
Let me check the bracket.
Let's check this bracket.
This is semifinals.
Winners semifinals. EXO versus C. Caleb. Both phenomenal players. They are both actually familiar with each other.
Anyways,
Ness
welcome back to
versus
the
Pac-Man.
commentator seat, Ryan.
Yeah.
How'd the game go, man?
Dude, I had a very intense set against who I was actually just commentating with against, or not against. I was
Bowtie?
Bowtie, yeah. I versed Bowtie, and we had a phenomenal set, and I ended up victorious. Very lucky set.
Honestly, that's really cool, man. So we're going into this Ness versus Pac-Man. We have projectiles and projectile absorption. So I'm expecting like,
wow, he just grabbed that. That was a really good move on his part.
honestly thinking like, if you have the frame time to like, grab any of Pac-Man's projectiles, just like go ahead and do it. Like, what is he gonna do? Grab him back? Summon it again?
Yep, that's fair enough. Yeah, I won. 2-1. EXO is one of those non-annoying Nesses that actually does all the cool combos and stuff. So I can't wait to watch this set and see what he can pull against this Caleb. It's gonna be
talking about like he doesn't do PK fire.
Oh, well, of course.
Forward air.
No. He doesn't do PK fire into PK fire into PK fire into PK fire into PK fire.
Wait, you missed the PK fire in that.
Oh, sorry, bro, dude. That was all true. My bad. Anyways,
I mean,
there was no DI. That's right.
Right. I was about to say no DI. All right, so it looks like EXO's already sitting at 120. Caleb's sitting at 89. Like, this is definitely looking in favor of Caleb.
Yeah, EXO really had a good beginning of this stock, but the end of the stock just did not end well for him. Like Caleb really took over.
That's a really big disadvantage of playing like Ness. Is like once you get him off stage, and if you're able to stop his recovery, that's it. There is nothing he's gonna be able to do. Like,
and Caleb has so many options to be able to get him too with all his projectiles, and he has the super good recovery, so that way he can go out
into his electricity and just take the hit.
Yeah, dude, and he can just come back.
More or less, like there's like many different ways to like get a Ness, but like Ness also has a really floaty jump, so like you also have to be mindful of it.
That is true. So, but it's really hard to give Caleb, but he can do it with his yo-yo if he gets it right.
Well, that requires also some really good pinpoint spacing. Like I'll be real with you, man.
Oh yeah, pinpoint spacing and phenomenal guessing and timing. Like he has to guess right when he's gonna go up and when do it at the perfect position. But we always gonna get him.
That up smash was definitely a really good run-up read from EXO. Like, make sure to keep Caleb on the toes.
Yep, we're keeping on going. 22% 2 up airs, up air and a half rather.
Let's see. It looks like he was able to get.
I wonder if he can absorb that. Can he?
I don't think there's that many projectiles that Pac-Man has that Ness can absorb actually. Forward smash and PK fire trading. That's impressive.
I wonder if since it's more of a physical object and not
a magical. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like I know we can get my laser like that.
Right.
But
I'm also curious on like what are some of the things that Ness is able to just like do in this matchup? Like, because if he's not able to absorb like the projectiles that Pac-Man's throwing out, then this matchup is more in Pac-Man's favor because you just can't stop the projectiles. Well,
the reason he is actually doing it is because it's slowing down his momentum, which makes it harder to hit him with his projectiles. And now that was a phenomenal combo. That's even now. That evened up the game. That evened up the entire game right there. That was beautiful.
PK Fiery, PK Thunder, up air. Like, you couldn't ask for anything any cleaner, and you knew he had that as a setup.
Yeah, he set that up perfectly and knocked it out of the park. He got down air, into forward air, and then another forward air, and do a third forward air. If they would have got that PK Fire, that would have been nice. But he got 49% on him. That's a great little bread and butter right there from EXO.
Honestly speaking, like, I'm just wondering, like, where are they going to be going with this? Like, because they're both on last stock. Caleb already has the advantage by 30%. That's, not a small lead, but it's not that big of a lead, but it can be the kind of difference maker. Going for the back throw, and then he's going to do a hydrant setup, trying to make sure that he can read whatever options that he has. Looks like Exo's just trying to find a good place to like land against Caleb, and Caleb's just not giving him any room to breathe.
Well, dude, it's gotten really close. Oh no, back air.
Wait,
back
did he
throw,
get
rather.
grabbed because he did a forward smash? And they extended his hitbox by his hands?
Wow, the Exo timed that perfectly to get out of that situation. He is really trying his hardest to stay alive in here. And he is. It is clutch or die time. It's 139%. He's catching apples. He's doing everything he possibly can to try and get a hit, but he's not doing it. He's doing everything right except getting the hits. Oh, but he got that dash attack.
The one thing
spoke a little too soon.
Oh, you know what? He probably picked Ness because he has the reflector. And
I-
if he's able to get a good reflector up against any of Pac-Man's projectiles, Caleb could be done it.
Yeah, Exo does have a Sephiroth, but I think, I definitely think his Ness is his best character. And that might also be one of the reasons why he wanted to go against Caleb, because Caleb's just a phenomenal opponent.
Honestly speaking, though, like, we're just wondering, like, you know, which way are they going to go? How are they going to approach this? And what way are they going to make this good? So, looks
And
like
91, ooh, he avoided that grab perfectly. Exo was playing this extremely carefully, trying to make sure he doesn't lose this. He
But
has
he's
been at
also-
150 forever. He has
like,
full
151
range.
is like, you know, like, Pac-Man is just, like, sitting there waiting.
That is 100% true. But I'll tell you what, if Exo can get that one hit,
The one good hit that he needs. And
yeah,
like,
with the full rage, he's definitely going to be golden.
but at the same time, one good hit from Caleb is just
And
going to
even
end.
one kind of bad hit might kill him. So and like that.
Like the high shot. Like
That
you
was,
would never see
that
high
was like the longest, like, that was like, I felt like it was a minute and a half where he was at 150%.
Right. That felt like he was just sitting there like forever.
Exo really understands this matchup and what he has to do and how to avoid attacks.
And Caleb
you
also
can really
understands like how all of his projectiles are supposed to work in this matchup as well. Like these are two characters.
What's up?
Like,
Where's game one?
those are like two players that just like understood what they needed to do out of that entire matchup. Like that was hard fought, hard win. Like that was just execution at its absolute finest.
Yeah, I think this, honestly, I could definitely see this going to a game 3. Exo could definitely adapt right here.
Honestly, if this was a finals game, I could see this going to a game 5.
Oh, 100%. Like, these are both phenomenal opponents, and Exo was really learning this matchup. He has actually had a few sets with him, with Caleb.
Hey, and it looks like they're going to be. Looks like Exo's going to just be running it to Yoshi's story.
Yoshi's, wow, that's an interesting counter pick. I think that I'm not surprised that Caleb's going to be Gunner here.
Honestly,
for this
like me
matchup.
Gunner on Yoshi's story is just absolutely terrifying, but it also gives Exo plenty more room to like work around projectiles because you know there's more things that you can absorb.
Maybe Exo wanted him to switch, and that's why he went Yoshi's story. That would be a very meta strat.
That's a good meta strat, but I don't think he was expecting that. Because let's be real, Caleb's the only Caleb's the only Gunner we know.
Right.
Like how
That's
many
true.
other
Maybe why would he want him to go Gunner? I see what your point's saying.
like. And like, look, already, like, we're only just less than 10 seconds in, and he's already sitting at like 30%.
You know what might actually be good, because since he, with Pac-Man, he can't suck in any of his projectiles. Exo might be able to suck in more projectiles now that he's playing against me Gunner.
Yeah, like
His neutral beam.
Like the neutral B, maybe even a forward smash, maybe even a forward tilt.
And look how he's reacting to that bomb. Like, he's actually knows how to
Like,
handle the bomb pretty well.
It's because like instead of trying to challenge it, he's just going to trade with it.
Or rather, send it back to him. And I've seen that happen a few times as well. Not this set, but
So X is now sitting at about like 89%, and like we're trying to figure out like what's the game plan here? How do you approach a Gunner that's just going to range you out no matter what you do? So like, Ness works at mid range. Gunner, long range.
yes.
Very long range.
But I'll tell you what, with Caleb's smash attacks and he and his grenade, he is able to play the mid-range game. So it's a fair fight in my opinion.
It's a fair fight.
But it's not a fair fight anymore now that he's one stock up.
Yeah, and Caleb's definitely going to be able to lay down a lot of damage. But like even then, like Exo just needs some really good connections and he should be able to bring.
No, like I said, I predicted the Captain Falcon one, but I don't know what Exo can do that can just one kill him. Like a setup maybe. But he doesn't have a lot of setups at 112. He's just gonna have to hit with something raw, which is very difficult.
PK Flash.
that would be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly though, we're talking about really good raw moves. We're not talking about things that are just for the meme and the flavor text.
That was good. Oh no, he's going for PK Flash. He's like, yeah, PK Flash.
Yeah.
Look at back here though.
The back air is going to confirm the kill. Caleb only getting
59% not horrible, especially
It's
considering the
not
situation
bad.
he was in.
It's not bad, and he definitely can bring that back really easy.
Right, yeah. Now that they're both in neutral, they're both able to play their games, and now it's 54 to 70, 67 to 72. Look at that. It's already even back up, or for the most part.
Like,
79?
he's bringing it back as fast as possible.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know, Ness has the damage to easily bring back a lot of the differences between, like, him and me going.
Right, racking up damage is 100% different than getting the kill.
And it's like, you know, like, being able to confirm the kill is, like, one thing, but being able to, like, get the damage to make the kill easier, that's the other thing. That's the whole point of playing, like, Smash Bros. Like,
Oh yeah, get that extra credit, get that lead, so that way you can get that confirmed before he does.
and honestly, the, like, you know, great patience from EXO, not running into the bomb, just making sure that he can, like,
Oh, see, look at that, he just sucked up that bomb. Oh, but he got baited.
Caleb
He got
using
baited
the-
by that neutral beat. That's so good.
you to be just off stage and, like, being sent into him. Like, you're paying attention to where your opponent is, not where his projectiles are.
Right.
Honestly, though, like, Caleb's just going to try and further push his, like, advantage here. Like, just rack up more damage. Make this even harder for EXO.
That was an amazing charge. He charged that for so long and he baited him into it. That's a 2-0 victory for Caleb.
Like, the air dodge in. Like, that was just EXO's, like
That is
I know,
actually the Caleb special. He
Like-
did that against Kepler once. Held it, went at an insane time, and just hit him with it.
honestly speaking, though, like, I was just watching and I just saw the up smash and I was just like, well, he's about to, like, do something. And it's like, you just see, like, you just see EXO just air dodge
That's the
in.
second insane up smash read I've seen you do, Caleb.
Honestly speaking, though, that was excellent execution from both players. I honestly can't wait to see, like, what else we have in store for the rest of the tournament. We still have a couple more matches, and we still have a couple more people to, like, play. And honestly, I'm just really excited to see what else is going to happen here.
Nick.
Start battle. Start battle.
Yo, everybody, this is me, Darn. Here, gonna cast over this set here between EXO and NAD.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. Like, most of the delay was mostly just waiting for food.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, because people are hungry. So, let's see. This game is... Let's see. It's Candy versus...
It's EXO and NAD.
Oh, it's EXO and NAD?
Yep.
Okay. So, we have Ike versus... let's see. That's Ike versus Ness. Like, this is an interesting matchup, because Ness has the projectiles, but Ike is just, well, damaged. And on top of that, like, Ike also being a heavy gives him, like, a lot of, like, just power over Ness. But, like,
Yeah.
if Ness gets the combos, like, he's able to just kind of carry himself.
He's almost kind of a combo food, but at the same time, he's light enough he can kind of come back from this. So I'm really interested to see how. I don't think I'm really too like versed in this matchup particularly, so I don't know who naturally wins this one. I'm gonna say potentially Ness, only because of the matchup. But you know, between these two players, I think we're gonna see some plays.
Honestly speaking, though, like, if I had to, like, pick someone to, like, you know, take this match, it's like, I would probably, well, with his current position, I would definitely give it to Ness. Ness has, like, some really good damage, but, like, Ike just being able to kind of draw whatever he wants to and just, like, make it work. And then there we go with Ness going in for the back air and, like, and definitely connecting. It's like, now Ike has to, like, play at a really hard disadvantage, and, like, Ness is going to press his advantage even further. Let's see, like, just trying to see, like, how much more damage is, like, ooh, and taking a second stock by pushing him out of his recovery range. Like, this game is heavily in, like, Ness's favor. Like, he's already 2 stocks up, and, like, being able to just, like, take that second stock so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like this is you know, just because I feel like any projectile class might you know, any projectile character, you know, would kind of take this one, but you know, it's really hard to say.
Honestly speaking, those, like, you know, projectiles are, like, a lot of sword characters' like biggest weaknesses. Like, you can definitely tell, like, they're not going to be, like, as well versed into, like, you know, trying to take various different counters. But, like, at the same time, you know, you just see, like, what they're trying to do. And, like, a sword character just has to, like, hold the L and respect the projectile.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, really, it's you know, I think we're gonna see some interesting plays here. You know.
Oh, and right off the top with but he's still living, and he's, like, trying to find a way back to the stage. Oh, and the forward smash whip. Oh, you hate to see it happen, but honestly, like,
gonna take the first game here. Goes to Ness. Headed into game 2 here between EXO and NAD.
Start battle.
so we're gonna see them definitely run this back again, and, like, I'm really curious on, like, you know, how is Ike going to, like, play against this? Like, we already know he's at a disadvantage, and taking it back to PS2 again. Like, honestly, it just looks like, you know, Kami's just trying to get out of here and, like, you know, try his best. But, like, you know, maybe he has a plan in mind. Maybe this is one of his better stages. Maybe this is what he really wants to actually do. But, like, against a Ness who's, you know, just gonna try and carry him across the stage using PK Fire and, like, forward airs, it's impossible for Ike to really get a good foothold.
You gotta appreciate him though sticking with it. I mean, you know, I think this is definitely a tough matchup. I like to switch up my characters personally, so I may have been inclined to switch and do, you know, something a little different here. But
yeah, I definitely would have picked something maybe a little bit faster than Ike. Then again, I play Sonic, so that doesn't exactly count. So, like, I would definitely pick something that would be, like, you know, fast enough to be able to, like, you know, keep up with like message, like
fishing for that up air there. Gonna get the back throw here.
He's definitely looking
up
for
air.
it.
Back throw here is gonna take it.
Honestly, if there's one thing Ness is known for that's dangerous as ever, it's always going to be his back throw. Like that's the one thing that made Ness like super famous in Smash in general. Is just like the strength and power of his back throw just being dangerously like terrifying.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Honestly though, it's like I'm trying to see like what options does like I even really have here. Like because if he gets hit and trades, and if it's unfavorable, or like if he does side B or up B, and if he's not in the best position to recover to the stage, that's just it. He's done. And like trying to use like most of his other tools, it just won't always work.
Oh, just missed that. I'm sorry.
And the dash attack only clashing with shield. Now Ike's down 2 stocks. We've seen this position again, and like honestly speaking, like it looks like he's just trying to fish for really good kills.
Up smash there.
Up smash, that's a good connection. Like that's a really good way for it just to work.
We need to see more of those at like earlier percents. Like
honestly, like up smash, up tilt,
especially on that upper
air.
Platform, and PS2 will most likely take.
There we go. Like more up airs, like that would definitely be a good way to build percentage. But now it's too late. He's already got too much of a deficit. 97% on his last stock, and like honestly, like Ness is just waiting for him now. It doesn't matter what he like really connects with. Like he's just going to be done. And back throw is just gonna send him out into the blast zone.
Very good games.
Honestly, like it's really good, but like at the same time, like, there was so much more that we knew that I could have done. But like he wanted to run it back. He wanted to see that Ness die on PS2.
He wants that Caleb again. He wants Caleb again. Exo's coming for Caleb.
Oh, we can definitely tell. Exo's coming back with a vengeance.
Real excited to see how the rest of this plays out here. So we're getting into the next tier will be got to catch up loser brackets, and then we're going to start seeing best of 5s. So we're getting wrapped up here with the best of 3s, and we're going to see best of 5s. Best of 3 is if you lose the first game, you're at a deficit. The momentum's it's tough to come back with that momentum, but at best of 5, you lose the first game, you can get that momentum back. I feel like you can come back, you can come back and do a sweep.
Honestly speaking, I think a best of 3 momentum shift is the hardest thing to come back from.
Yeah.
So let's say like, you win the first game, you're riding off the heels of a win, and then you lose the second game, and you're now playing in a state of panic. Because now you're at a 1-1.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what you do. In a best of 3, if you lose that 1-1, like you're in a like really bad advantage. You're in a like disadvantage because one more game lost, that's it.
Yep.
And that's the kind of disadvantage you don't want to be in.
No.
Honestly speaking though, like one of the other things I think would like that I like about a best of 5, for example, is that you aren't in like that kind of situation in scenario until like you're not in that kind of situation or scenario until you're like what 2-2, and on top of that, like even if you are 2-2, like at grand finals for example, you do a bracket reset. That's it. You run it back full games.
Absolutely here. So just cracking the bracket here. Gonna be looking to see who's on deck here. Give me 1 second.
All right, we'll be back in just a brief moment. Stay tuned, everybody.
Start battle.
I'm dead.
All right, so welcome back everyone to OAKSMASH. Once again, we are located in. I almost said Farmington.
We are located in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Royal Oak. Thank you.
Royal Oak. Yes, sir.
Which is why it's called OAKSMASH.
In the name. If you ever forget, just look at the name. That's about it. But we're gonna have Pikmin's a Pikachu player versus EXO, the premier nest in Michigan.
Honestly, I don't know what to really expect from this. Like, but I'm really gonna. But I'm be real with you, man. Like, I'm just waiting for like us to see like how this is going to play out. And it's like we got what Pikachu versus Ness. Two good. Wait, Crom? Crom.
That's not Pikachu.
That ain't Pikachu.
I keep confusion.
Like, what? Huh?
Okay, I like the color changes, but I'm okay. I kind of can understand this though. If we see Ness come out.
Wait, no. He's not about to play.
He's not gonna go Bowser Jr., right? Okay, I'm very
I was gonna say like hover over Bowser Jr. Make us question our life choices. Like, who are you about to play? Wendy?
No, I'm not sure what the trepidation is in picking Pikachu versus Ness, but Crom is definitely able to do this. Has a big sword, huge disjoints,
and also like consistent damage. Like it's Roy with like some tools, and that might be
I was thinking the same
like
thing. Oh my god, that's dangerous.
Like the one thing that Crom lacks is a good recovery. Like it goes up.
That's pretty much it. I believe it does have a little bit of armor on it, or maybe that's just the disjoint. So it might be able to clash with Ness's yo-yo, but I'm not gonna commit to that. Oh, big F smash.
Forward smash and this is why Crom is like such a danger. Like he's consistent damage. Like what all of his moves are going to do in percent, but like the way he racks it up is just phenomenal. And honestly speaking, like it's amazing like how he's just like working around the Ness's tools.
Indeed, and although the percent are pretty even, we actually haven't seen EXO get too many hits in. It's been like little nickel and diming here and there. Whereas you would kind of think with somebody a fastball like Crom, you'd see a lot more combos. That's just kind of showing how good Pikmin is at maneuvering around Ness's hitboxes with this character.
We went ahead and gave him the back throw, but it was with some good DI. It
should be dope.
Oop, he saved him?
Oh, and made it back too. Okay.
Magnet hands?
Fourth row, back throws. So.
Okay, so like I'm gonna be real with you. Like this Crom has the luck of the gods on his side.
Yeah, I was thinking like I don't know.
Like
sure how
we saw like at least 3 different times that single stock that he should have died. Like what? Like why are you living that long?
Yo, speaking of luck though, EXO able to get past both those jabs. First the jab, forward smash that did not work out.
Yo, speaking of living long, like that's sitting at 149. Like this isn't like something saying like
this kid has some steel Tims or something. It shouldn't be living this long.
Like what is it?
And there at the back here, probably able to close it out.
Yeah, like that should not be able to live to like 150. Like 150 is like Bowser percent. Like you shouldn't be living that long, no matter who you are.
And then keep in mind, we are on Smash though, so seeing these percents is kind of wild.
Two
wonderful forward. So Ashley just able to recognize.
But he dragged him down just long enough to actually be able to get him out.
If this was beginning of Ultimate, that would have been a little bit more scary. But at this point, I think we all recognize what Crom can do with that up B.
You mean nothing?
Apparently, yeah. All right.
Like,
double jab. I like it.
Like I'm gonna give like Crom a lot of props, but it's like his recovery is his greatest weakness. You throw him away, he's effectively Little Mac. Like you just and the forward smash sending Ness into the blast
It
zone.
just was not a great option coming out from EXO there. The up B was unnecessary. He could have landed for free. Instead he ate a F smash because he decided to do up B.
Honestly though, like Pikmin's like trying to bring it back, and like I actually see like what he's going for, and it's like it's really nice, it's really cool, but at the same time, for a fact that he's going to want more. He's going to try and like just see what he's able to do.
You know what? Pigman really hasn't been getting extended combos. You saw him going for that falling up air repeatedly because up air leads into so much with Crom. But XO has been doing a great job of using that maneuverability. That's a great dare. Absolutely wonderful. Knows exactly how to exploit Crom's recovery. As you said, Crom's recovery, worst thing about the character. You
Like,
can exploit that.
You know, like I said, like in the words of one of my friends, Crom is very similar to like Little Mac, except with a sword.
Pretty much.
There are like 3 characters that have really bad recoveries, but also are like strong as hell. Crom, Little Mac, Cloud.
I would say the recoveries are not good.
And it looks like we're just gonna run it back to FD.
All right, understandable. Pikachu for sure made perfect sense to me. There's no
Pikachu,
way.
Ness, like, okay, so how many, so we're gonna have to like keep tally of like, you know, how many of like Pikachu's Thunders is Ness gonna eat? Because let's be real, that's what's gonna end up happening.
Pikachu, yes sir. Thunderjaw immediately starting out.
And he tried to Magnet immediately.
Hey, you called it.
Wait, did Thunderjolt just like high profile Ness?
Not, I mean, Ness is a little boy. It definitely could happen. Especially with the right, Ness ducking a little bit.
Okay, that's understandable. That's fair. But at the same time, like, you know, Ness also having like a lot of different types of tools to like be able to just fight Pikachu on even ground, no matter where you are in the stage.
And you know what? We were talking about that Crom pick earlier. I think I do understand it now. A lot of Pikmin's strategy is to go ahead and use that Thunderjaw for approaches, to win neutral, to start his advantage state. And now that that's taken away, it's so much harder for Pikachu to actually find a way to approach Ness.
That's actually very true because, like, you know, with Ness being able to just kind of control more space and with more of the things at a distance, like, it doesn't matter where, like, Pikachu goes. Ness has a tool for the opposite.
Honestly, and then also, Pikachu light, Ness is not lacking in kill power.
Hey, look, he may be light, but he ain't Pichu.
He ain't Pichu. You are right. It's not Pichu. It's a ball form.
See, using Magnet in, like, in the base case scenario, like, that's the way that, like, Ness is gonna have to play his matchup. Just find good opportunities to just heal up. And that's where, like, you know, Pikachu would, like, definitely struggles to get in. You, like, when your main tool to get in is just gonna be eaten every single time you use it, what do you do?
And then also we saw a couple attempts of like an up throw Thunder, not able to get anything off it because that Magnet comes out. That Magnet is actually doing so much for this matchup. And EXO definitely not afraid to use that Magnet.
Like, he's just like showing him like, yo, like, I don't care what kind of like tool you have. If I can Magnet, it's over. Like, that's it. You can Magnet Thunder, you can Magnet. Oh, you try to go for it. I don't know, but like using the yo-yo to like just stall him out with a PK Fire connected.
Wow, and I think EXO just has a great understanding of this matchup. He's been able to counter the quick attacks. He's been able to counter the Thunder. He's been able to counter the freaking PK Jolts, the Thunder Jolts, and even that nice that freaking dash attack, great DI.
Like I said, Ness should not be living at 150. Like, he is just consistently playing well, and that just shows in like his discipline. Like every time that you try and like challenge him, it just doesn't happen.
And now it's at 50% where really Pikachu's only real kill option is dash attack. Maybe up throw at this percent is because he's so freaking high. Up throw is going to go ahead and do it. And speak of the devil.
Honestly speaking though, like, you know, taking the up throw like and taking them off the top, that's the one thing that like you need to do. But like 64%, he's still down and an entire stock. Like, Pikachu has a ton of work that he needs to be able to make up before he can make this game an even game.
And that's not going to help. Missing that Thunder loop, that would have been around 30-40% before EXO could have gotten out, had a hit. Edge guard opportunity, this is what he needs right now. Good back air, continue to expand his state. Good, another back air. He's pushing EXO really far out right now. And that's going to be up the... Oh, good
But a
tag.
good tech. Like, making sure that he stays right on the stage, like, that's the one thing they need to do. Like, that tech saved his life. And if he'd missed that tech, it was all over.
It was over.
Like, that would have just been the set right there. And then back throw to take it?
Do it, yeah.
Yep, there it is, right into the blast zone.
Light character.
Like, the right character, the right combination, but it's just like, when you have so much pressure, you just can't approach.
Oh, wait, is this best of 3 or best of 5?
This one is...
I thought the last game was best of 5. Maybe I'm tripping, though. I didn't watch it all the way. Oh, no, you're right. It's best of 3, best of 3. Oh, wait, no. This is Louis semis, right? So that should have been best of 5. Am I tripping?
We should definitely double check that with
I'm like,
TL real quick.
We should check that. I would generally think Louis semis would be best of 5.
like most.
Really? So only losing finals is the best of 5?
Well, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, we understand. We also get it. So it's like, making sure, like, when the players are where they need to be, hey, that's perfectly fine. Anyways.
Anyway, able to get the W. EXO with a great job securing himself into losers finals, either fighting myself or Conflict. Let's go! What is that? You?
And you can definitely tell, like, he's hyping. He's definitely hype. He's got the energy. He's feeling the momentum. He's carrying himself. And honestly, that's something that you need whenever you're trying to compete in a tournament. You just need to be able to, like, carry yourself in a way that, like, people are going to appreciate. People are going to want to watch you when you are able to not only do a comeback, but also when you're able to do clean sweeps. You want to be able to show you control the game. You control the match. You control the controller.
Oh, most definitely. And I hope that EXO controls the controller when he fights Conflicts in losers finals. Because your boy is going to be in Grants and winner's side. So, I'm just going to throw that out there now.
Are you really now?
I mean, honestly, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not going to cap you. But, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't want to count anybody out. Conflicts have been having quite a run, able to defeat Hex 2-1 in a nail biter. All his other sets have been 2-0, been tearing through bracket, but I have not dropped the game yet. So we'll see what happens.
Honestly speaking, though, like, I'm just waiting to see, like, what is, like, what the final game is going to be like, because you're in finals. So what do you think about the you versus Conflict matchup? Like, what do you think is going to come about it?
I think the Conflict is going to throw a lot of projectiles, right? Typical youngling stuff. You're going to see a lot of boomerangs, a lot of arrows. It's just going to be really depending on him more than me and how he adapts to my play style. I think that's one of the benefits of having Pac-Man and me Gunner. These characters don't generally play the game as most Smash characters do. They control their own pace. They make their own stages. They kind of make it into a mini game, all right? And if you can understand how to beat the mini game, sure. But if you don't, you get run over. It's one or the other.
So are you going to meme around? So I got to ask, man, are you going to meme around and play random again?
I am not playing random until I get to Grands.
You're not playing random until you get to Grands?
And that's assuming I get to Grand winner side, of course, because then I'll have an extra set to work with.
I mean, even if you get to... yeah. I mean, like, but even if you get to Grands, and even, like, you come from loser's bracket.
Oh, if I come from a loser bracket, there's no way I'm doing anything other than Pack or Gunner. Like, that's my question. I can't. If I lose in someone, I can't take a risk and sit here and play somebody brand new. I gotta go to my day ones.
Dude, you're like, half the roster. What could you possibly have to lose?
Knowing half the roster or having like a basic understanding of them is not the same as having a deep understanding with like one character. There are people who can play like 10, 20 different characters, but I think that that's not as relevant as having like a real grasp on one or two. If that makes sense.
So that's like saying, I can play Little Mac, but I'm much better with Sonic.
Oh, most definitely, right? Like, you can understand how Little Mac works, and it's like, oh, this is fun. But it's not the same as your Sonic. Your Sonic's your day one. Sonic's the guy you spend all the time with. Sonic's the guy you know the tech with. You understand how Explorer Smash works in a very special way. It's not the same.
Yeah, that's very fair. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, like, go to play, and we'll be setting up the next match. Make sure not to miss our next matches and our next opportunities.
Not really.
Just say I'm ready whenever. Is there a trash can anywhere in here? I'm good on the phone.
Honestly, you never. All right, guys, we got this winners finals on lock. Let's go, boys. We got Conflict versus C Caleb for the winners finals. These two have not lost yet. No one wants to lose right now, but somebody is going to losers finals to beat EXO.
Honestly speaking, though,
or versus EXO rather.
Yeah, honestly speaking, though, like these are two really great players, and honestly, we don't know what we can be expecting. Like we know what we might be expecting the Young Link, we might expect the Pac-Man, we might expect the Meat Gunner. We don't know what kind of matchups to kind of expect, and we also don't know which way this match is going to go. Both are exceptional players, and on top of that, we don't know like where they're going to like go with this game. You were not paying attention in this life.
Oh yeah, no, I apologize. I was thinking about something else, but I've actually never watched Conflict play, so this is gonna be a really cool set to watch and commentate with all of you guys.
Honestly, I've been watching all the games like all night. Conflict is a really strong player.
He is,
and like at the same time, like he knows his fundamentals. He knows where to like place all of his moves and all of his projectiles. But at the same time, we've seen what Caleb can do. As like an individual, on an individual basis. We know what he's capable of doing.
And I'll tell you what, he's got the Legend of Zelda tattoo on his left arm, so that means he's serious about this Link. He is committed
that
to
means
the Link
he has
life.
the power of the Triforce of Courage. And
yeah, he's got the Triforce.
side.
He does. He is ready to play this match.
Subject. You know what? That's fair. You know what? Conflict out here trying to get them subs, like trying to give himself like them flowers. Like, you know, if you want to see more of his Young Link play, like, yeah, go ahead, sub to this man. Like, see what he's got. Show him some love, and like same thing with like Caleb.
I love Caleb. So respectful.
Caleb.
Hey man, I didn't mean to, by the way. I was just joking around with you.
Say what? You stream, right?
I was just joking around with you.
Yeah. What's your like? And like you probably would go like what? Like C Caleb, right?
It's C Caleb today, no doubt.
Wait,
good luck, man.
C Caleb what?
C-K-A-L-E-B today.
So C Caleb today?
Yeah, it's basically how it's like today. My tag is just like no die, and then it's today after.
Fair enough.
All right, let's see this Young Link in my winners finals. Somebody is going down to play EXO. Oh, they got to do a counter pick. They're not going straight PS2. Oh, wait, what's going on?
So no.
Oh, you guys getting a controller?
No. It looks like Caleb got called out about like his tag name, so now he's got to change the name because like.
What's wrong with C Caleb?
Oh no, because like his online tag name is C Caleb today. That's
today?
That's like the one thing that's different, but it also looks like, you know, he's looking around like trying to make sure that he has like all of his like buttons mapped out. Because he's about to change his name, and that could take us any kind of amount of time. Like, clearly, if some person is going to be like, you know, repping their stream name, you gotta challenge them back and rep your own stream name too.
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, no, I get it now. Okay, I've seen
Twitch.tv/CCaleb.
Yeah.
Well, C Caleb today, but you know.
I've heard of you at least. Conflict with a K? Yeah. I recognized you off the rip, like on the tournament screen.
Dude, like honestly speaking though, like I'm personally excited to see like, you know, what these players are gonna have have available to them. Like these are two like really good players that like you can just know, like when they like get on the sticks, like they're just gonna give you the hands because they're just that good.
Oh yes, it's going to be a very cool match. And with Me Gunner and they have such great options to wall each other out, but when they get in, it's going to be even more dangerous because they both have super good combo games, and it's going to be a really cool match to see.
All right, so we got like running it back, PS2. Conflict going with the Young Link, Caleb. Let's see. Clearly, like
Sub to Con, please.
Yo, wait.
I'll shout at you.
Caleb,
Don't worry about
you
it.
didn't take the TTT. You didn't take the TTB name. You didn't do the TTB name. No, the TTB.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. You literally, you made one and then you went straight past it.
Like, man, we just had to call Caleb out on, like, his idiocy here. Like, because I'll be real, man, like, mistakes happen, but come on, man. You can't just take our time away from the stream to make a name and then not use it.
Yes, sir. Wait, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good match between these two.
Oh, absolutely. So, going into winners finals, we're going to see like how Conflict and Caleb are going to play against each other. It's Young Link versus Me Gunner. Starting off with the charge move, like and going in for the grab, but boomerang. Like, what do you expect from the boomerang? So Caleb's like definitely laying in the damage and like trying to play a really solid neutral game, and he's trading out a couple of these moves and he's, like getting hit by a lot of the different forms of percentage. Right, you good?
Yeah, no worry about it. I was just examining the game. I was just listening to you. No worries. But this is gonna be. Oh, that's a great.
Was that a stealth bomb?
That was a stealth bomb. It's sneaky.
Yo, you can't see the stealth bomb unless you're paying attention to it. Like you gotta be able to prepare and predict for it. It goes in a straight line, but if you connect it, like it is dangerous.
Oh, it's very dangerous. But I'll tell you what. Young Link has some pretty good projectiles of his own to combo into and get these kill confirms, but he just has to hit one. And oh, bomb.
Caleb's just like racking up like a solid amount of damage against Conflict, and like Conflict's like, just trying to find a good way to get in.
Yeah, it's really hard to get on Me Gunner. Like that's one of the hard things about Caleb is that you can approach, but he just has so many options to keep you out from mid-range, far range, and even close range with his smash attacks and everything. And
it's like you're playing a game against you're a sword fighter and you're playing up against an American pro sniper. Like, let's be real here. That's what this kind of matchup is. It's like you're a sword fighter with a couple of tools at range, and then your opponent has a sniper rifle, and then clearly just bombs.
Yeah. Wow.
Honestly,
he does kind of look like John Wick a little bit.
I will say this though, like Caleb being 2 stocks up and it's still at 104%. Like this first game is definitely going to look very much so in his favor. Honestly,
yeah, see, Caleb is just running with this lead, especially with that 26% now, and now it's not looking good for him this first game.
Like,
but his best of
Conflict is
5.
definitely playing like very aggressively. Like, it definitely looks like he's just like,
oh yeah,
trying to push himself to like be a little bit better. But like at the same time, like you can tell like he knows where he's supposed to be and how he's supposed to go about it. But being at a
yeah, it seemed like, oh my god,
that was a clean 3 stock from Caleb,
and that was a really quick match too. That was like 2.5 minutes.
Quick. Like
2 minutes.
No, 2 more of those in like
4:30. Yeah, 2 minutes 20 seconds, I think. That's just crazy.
That's insane. That just showed just like how much controlled space that Caleb.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. We have a nice waitress here.
So, first thing that we also need to explain. Winners finals, grand finals, and losers finals. Those are going to be best of 5. So we're going to be able to see 3 games at the very minimum.
Yes.
But if like Caleb continues to have this like extremely commanding lead up against Conflict, like.
Well, I'll tell you what, look at Conflict's counter pick. He's pulling out the Zelda, he's slowing things down. Oh yeah, they're laughing, they're trolling each other a little bit.
Like, honestly speaking though, like you look at Zelda and you're like, okay, what is Zelda's options? Really high amounts of damage, great projectiles, reflector. She has a lot of the tools that like you can use up against Me Gunner, because like, why approach when you don't need to? Like, it's like, you want to play the long game? Fine, we can play the long game. And Zelda is perfectly fine with playing the long game.
Yeah, she is playing she can play the long game for sure, but it's you have to get some damage first, you know.
That's true, and honestly speaking, like Caleb's gotten like much higher advantage in terms of damage. So like looking at like where the damage is currently sitting, like Conflict's not completely out of this. So Zelda's able to really dish out a lot of good damage when he's able to connect your hits.
Exactly, and one of the big things about Zelda and Mii Gunner is that Mii Gunner can just rack up damage so much easier than Zelda can, just because Zelda's a lot slower, and she's just gonna have a harder time doing this stuff. Well, you can't play the really defensive game when you're behind, you know.
That's true, and honestly, like Caleb using like the bomb for setups and like trying to like do his best to like just get through in a
That was a great parry.
That was. Like trying to get around like a lot of like the tools that like Mii Gunner has, like Zelda feels like she's like trying to fight up against the wall, but even then the stealth bomb is going to be able to take Conflict for their first stock, like, and Caleb's only taking 60% off of that stock. Like,
yeah, I can see where Conflict was coming from with this. He's like, okay, you want to play the projectile game, I won't even approach anymore. I will play my own projectile game, but it just seems like Caleb is just playing this so much better.
It's because like Caleb has a much deeper understanding. Like he was saying earlier, like when you play a character, you have to have a good deep understanding of it. And it's like, we have no doubt that Conflict knows what he's doing on Zelda. Otherwise, he wouldn't have picked it.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to understand that Caleb just has a really strong understanding of his Mii Gunner and a Pac-Man.
Yeah, one of the best things about Caleb is that he is really good at the projectile versus projectile game, and that's what it's gotten him to this point now. And
it's like you know like what your combos do, and when to go aggressive, when you know you can just use what moves that you need to, and on top of that, like knowing how to execute each of your moves is one thing, but knowing where to execute your moves is the other.
Yeah, it's not completely over for Conflict, but like if he gets one good if Caleb gets one more combo, it's just pretty much over. Oh yeah.
Honestly speaking though, like Caleb being put in Conflict at 72, this means Conflict is in do or die. We need, and he's just waiting.
No, I think Conflict's.
Conflict definitely hasn't given up just yet. You can tell,
yeah,
you can tell
he's just slowing down. Yeah, exactly. He's like, what can I do?
Like, what are my options? Like, because right now Caleb is just playing options like. And a nice reflector, almost taking Caleb right off the side of the stage.
Yeah, I think this game right now is more about getting information than it is for winning the actual game. Like you have to like figure out exactly what you can do to Caleb to try and get this set, and you have to do it right now.
Also trying to go for those like really nice skills, and the up smash to take him off the on top is now 2-0 in Caleb's favor.
6 stocks to 0. Like just
honestly
completely.
Like this is just like a whole completely different game. But on top of that, we still have to give Conflict a lot of credit where it's due. He's definitely giving Caleb like a lot of struggle, but even then, Caleb's just playing so disciplined, so well that it's barely phasing him at all.
Yeah, no, I am. You think he's gonna go for another counter pick here? Do you think he has to, or do you think he might go back to Young Link?
He's trying to find a good way to like just get around all of like Caleb's projectiles, or find a way to just like.
Yeah,
like,
I think
snipe him out. And it's like,
okay, he had me. He had me for a second. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, this. You know what? I respect it.
I would respect the Ganondorf too. Like like what do you know?
The Young Link's a lot more expected, but like the Ganon would be like, whoa.
Yeah, but at the same time,
no, you don't. Young Link. So Conflict, he's a good guy.
All right, so Conflict definitely going back to the Young Link. He's definitely feeling a lot more comfortable on the matchup with the Young Link. This is his pride. It's like his pride, his joy, and his bread and butter. Like this is where he's going to shine the best.
Right. Yeah, and I do like the pick he chose. Like I don't think that first game we played was really he played that bad. He just couldn't really get the kill confirmed. That's what it really comes down to.
I think it's more so like just like you see characters like Young Link like all the time. You see all the Links all the time. When was the last time you saw a Mii Gunner?
Well, I see this Mii Gunner every week, but I know exactly what you're saying. Like this character is very like you have to know Caleb in order to know this matchup.
Right, like you have to play against this specific Mii Gunner and in this specific type of a setup. And on top of that, unless you go to like a weekly tournament all the time, that's not going to happen.
Yes.
Every Mii Gunner.
And Conflict, this is Conflict's first week. But I'll tell you what, if he
for a first week getting to the finals, that's honestly like really good.
Phenomenal. But he's got to get past to see Caleb.
Yeah, but Caleb is quite literally the wall of the skill barrier.
Yes.
Let's see. And like, it also looks like, you know, Caleb's just like laying so much damage. He's already pressing his like advantage lead, and like 98%, like, you know, you can definitely tell that like Conflict is within kill range, and Caleb is fishing for those kills. Especially all of his ledge options, where it's just like he's able to just use Battlefield's platforms to just trail bombs down.
Wow. Oh, that he needed that so bad. That's tough.
First stock that he's able to take in 2 games, and honestly, this might be the momentum shift that Conflict needed just to give himself the edge.
Right. And
Like, he's definitely
he needs to get
feeling
an early kill. Oh, this is good.
the
Up
up air.
there.
The,
That's a great combo right there.
He's been
47%.
able to kind of confirm, like, you know, 47%, like, it's small, but even then, like, it's not, that's the kind of thing that he needs. Caleb now putting Conflict on his last stock, making him, like, you know, he's like, if you're going to beat me, you have to work for it. And not just work for it, work your ass off.
Oh yeah, you see, Caleb is like just really doing a good job avoiding his, not technically his projectiles per se, but his follow-ups to the projectiles that'll make sure that he'll get the kill confirmed. Like, that's what Caleb's specialty is making sure he stays alive for the most amount of time he possibly can.
Honestly though, Caleb set up on the top, on the platform where he had the bomb, and then the boomerang just kind of like traded out and set them both back to neutral. That was really well played.
Yes.
Forward smash coming out from Caleb, being able to put Conflict at 123%, like, and oh, the stealth bomb once again. Honestly speaking, like that, like you have to be able to like be prepared and be ready for it. It goes straight, it hits hard, and when you get hit by it, it's all over from there.
That was one of the quickest winter finals I've ever seen.
That was an incredibly quick winners finals, but at the same time, we still have like losers finals to go through, and this is where Conflict is able to bring it back.
Oh, 100%. We could definitely see Conflict back here.
Like, I would not expect it, like, I'll be real with you, I would not be like phased if I saw both of these players at grand finals.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. EXO has been playing phenomenal tonight. He is really into it, and he can. I think he has a chance to win the whole tournament. That's what it comes down to. I definitely can see them both going, but if EXO wins, he can win.
Like, if EXO wins, his biggest fault, like the biggest wall he has to face is Caleb.
Right.
And Caleb, we've all seen like what he's capable of, but at the end of the day, he is still mortal.
And
you can
EXO
still
has
beat
beat Caleb. EXO I think they're 1-4 from what I've watched. It's very like it's a very tough matchup, but he can do it.
Honestly speaking, though, like I'm just personally waiting to see, like, you know, what is like Caleb going to be able to bring out in grand finals, but more so, what is Conflict and EXO going to do in losers finals? Like, this is it. This is where they have to go. This is the thing that they have to like work for. EXO's grinded his way from the bottom, made it to the finals of the losers bracket. Now the only thing that's left is for him to take on, you know, like, is for him to take on Conflict.
Right. EXO has a lot of surface level knowledge against Caleb, and so I definitely think he's probably the most capable of beating him even at this whole tournament. But no, Conflict just he's gonna have to completely change out his game style next set if he comes into grand finals to beat Caleb. Like going 1-9 is just like not acceptable. Like, you gotta like learn how to get that early kill, get that first stock, continue up your lead. And that's how you get those crucial wins.
Honestly speaking, though, like, you know, it really comes down to like the kind of game that we're going to be expecting in losers finals, and then once that all takes place and once that is all finished, like, we have to be able to see what we can really see coming out from not only just like, you know, EXO, not only just Conflict, but also from Caleb once we get back to the grand finals. Like, these last 3 players are literally just like the best of their class in this tournament.
Hey guys, can we yeah, no problem. I know we're talking, but I just wanted to get things going. I don't want to get this too late, you know? I like going home too. Oh, you're right. I want to play Smash Bros all night.
So, while we
playing Smash Bros, yeah.
So while we go ahead and get this next match ready and set up, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. So go ahead and stay tuned.
All right, I'm heading out. Have a good night, man.
battle. Young Link. Young Link. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. King Rool. Ice Climbers. Men. Stop battle. Young Link. Death.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back to OAKSMASH, and we are getting right into the thick of it with losers finals with Conflict versus EXO. Honestly speaking, I don't know what to really expect from either of these players, and also with me, I also have CKL's the current...
Grand Finals, but that's neither here nor there. Right now we have EXO versus Conflict, and EXO doing a pretty good job so far. I'm sorry, Conflict doing a very good job so far. Just getting this early damage, making sure that he doesn't have to worry about getting the stock later.
Honestly though, Young Link versus Ness, this is a matchup of who can lay down the damage harder, who can get the kill confirmed. And honestly, I feel like Young Link has a lot more tools because Link just has the tools available. Whereas with Ness, you have to kind of get good reads and also good setups.
Most definitely, you're gonna see a lot more commitments from EXO than we're used to for the most part. Because as you can see, Conflict has a bunch of these saved aerials and a big up smash to already take that first side, 69, that 90%.
So now we gotta see how is Conflict going to go ahead and push his lead here? Is he going to try and press it really fast, or is he go and rush in for combos, or is he just going to play it easy and see what he's able to get off and get for free? Because you can definitely tell he's going to want to push this as hard and as fast as possible.
And I love how you phrased it for free, because that is the name of the game for Young Link. You do safe buttons, you do not have to put yourself in any type of risk to put most of these out.
Safe button? You mean boomerang?
Boomerang, I mean up B, I mean back air, I even mean forward air and down air to a degree. Look, no punish.
And up there
going ahead.
And now Conflict's up 2 stocks, and now we gotta see what is EXO gonna do here? He's had so much room to work with, but at the same time, he's not being able to apply any type of pressure to Conflict. Conflict's just giving him the hands, giving him the work, giving him some type of tools.
EXO needs to find a way to convert all these defensive options for Conflict. Finally gets the back air there, but let's see a little bit more shield grabbing, maybe reading a spot dodge, trying to play that second option.
Dude, you know what I want to see? PK fire, forward air, forward air.
Oh my goodness.
The Ness combo. The Wi-Fi Ness combo.
Not having an opportunity to do it, unfortunately, with all these projectiles.
Honestly speaking, though, even without all those different types of projectiles, just making sure that he's able to land and commit to the damage. That's the one thing he just needs to do.
He has to land that damage. And another up B that's going to be a follow-up. No.
He almost landed that forward air. That forward air would definitely have spelled very bad damage there. But at the same time, EXO's just playing by space, trying to buy time. Getting an up air and definitely laying in a little bit more damage. He might be able to bring back at least one more stock to get a grab and go for a back throw.
I'm about to say, that's not like a kill power. I love this up B. And again, just look at the safety. Even if he had missed that, he gets back to save for free, puts a lot of pressure on EXO. It's a great play overall.
Disjointed hitboxes and really good sweeping into it. The fact that they also, the Nintendo, they buffed that move so that it made more multi-hits connect better together. That's just something completely insane.
Nah, Nintendo, you choose the randomest stuff to buff. Just make sure that the multi-hit
you choose the randomest stuff to buff. Pikachu?
Right? Question mark. Sonic? Hello?
What do you mean? Forward smash is good enough as is. Do you really want forward smash to be full
saying
stage?
you got a buff, sir. You got your up air fixed. You right.
I
don't know, it's not deserve that. I'm sorry.
Alright, but that's enough about us. We're getting back to the game. So, we are already starting off. Fire and...
So, I love the counter pick from EXO. He recognized that, I'm getting zoned out a ton. Let me pick the smallest stage in the legal stage list to go ahead.
What do you mean? That's small battlefield.
Yeah, small battlefield, small.
Oh, probably. If not, small... If not, smaller... If not, I would definitely say, small battlefield's probably, about the same size as maybe...
Yeah, about the same size as Smashville. Regardless, though, I think this is going to work out a lot better for EXO. He's going to have a lot more opportunities to at least try to get in here. Able to absorb that bomb. Waited quite a while for that.
Honestly, though, with Conflict sitting at 95, he's in a, not as comfortable as position back throw. It doesn't It doesn't kill as easily as it used to in other Smash games, but at the same time, like, that might be the thing that Exo is looking for. Just, like, finding a good way to confirm confirm into, like, a good kill. And back throw is the best kill that he has in his entire game.
And a great up there. Go ahead, take that stock. One thing about Exo I noticed, he does not go for anything other than back throw. I don't ever see a forward throw or even an up throw, but it doesn't really matter here.
At the same time, like, you know, if you go for the other throws, they're usually for combo. But if he's trying to kill, he's already got the percentage. He doesn't need to go for more if he already has it.
And speaking of percentage, Conflict, make sure that you don't take too much percentage on this second stock. Only 50%, basically an even game.
Honestly, I'm just wondering, like, you know, how are they going to play this out? Like, you know, you definitely see, like, what these players are capable of doing. When they see certain moves, they know how they're going to DI, how they're going to approach, what their next plan is. When the PK Thunder launch, like,
yeah, definitely tried to do that PK Thunder 2. Unfortunately, was not able to finish it off.
Up smash, getting caught in the up smash is definitely something he did not want to do, but also being able to do the upbeat, like, he just wants to be able to, like, confirm more damage. And Conflict is playing very aggressively.
And I'd like to talk about the restraint that we're actually seeing. Exo, thank you.
You're good, man.
Yeah, I don't know why I blinked. Anyway, the restraint that Exo has been showing thus far, I don't know if you noticed, he did, Conflict did an uppie. Exo not only shielded it all, he decided not to go for a punish because he's been getting repeatedly punished for trying to hit him afterwards.
Honestly, that just means that he's adapting to the way that, like, Conflict has been playing. And Conflict throwing out a forward smash and just being able to, like, aim for, like, some type of good confirm here. Like, you know,
Up till him
like,
with them Tims, bro. With the Tims.
What do you mean? Those are the Skechers.
Hey, you're right. You're not forgetting that's as a child.
Like, look, man, we can't, like, mess with those Skechers players. Like, it was like,
you can get one of those Skechers, that might be the end of your life, as we can see with Conflict. However, Exo definitely wants some extra pay on this side.
you can definitely wait. I just saw, like, Ness magnet something. I don't know what it was, but I saw him magnet something.
Was it bomb? Because I saw him do it earlier, but I'm not sure if
I wasn't sure if it was bomb or the arrow.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if that's a factor, right? If the arrow can be magneted, because if so, that would be definitely going to kill, no question.
All right, but 47%, that's not a great, like, lead, but, like, at the same time, Ness is able to still rack up enough damage to be able to push that lead very quickly. Landing the PK Flash, that's not easy because that move, very laggy, but hits very hard.
I'm about to say, Nintendo came in with a buff with that move too, actually. You know, we're just lag a little bit, and Exo taking full advantage.
And also,
back throw, yes sir.
Back throw is going to confirm the kill. So now we have an actual game where it's like 1-1.
1-1 indeed, we're going to see some intense stage decisions coming out from both Exo and Conflict.
So knowing that, so now that we know that Conflict is, like, you know, on the back foot, he's taking it back to PS2.
Yeah, he said, I want space. I have to imagine Kalos was banned. I have to imagine that County City was likely banned as well.
Like, honestly speaking though, you know the one place I think that Exo might actually excel here? Lilat.
Really?
Because Lilat is a bit smaller, but on top of that, like, it has really huge blast. On top of that, because of the space of the kind of space that you aren't able to, like, work around on Lilat, like, you know.
Yeah, the actual effective space you can use the projectiles, you have to be relatively close range. I agree with you. I think Lilat actually would be a decent choice.
And plus, because of the way that, like, you know, PK Fire works for Ness, you'll also get, like, slightly more range because it goes down.
Lilat, now I know Lilat for most people is pretty uncomfortable, so we might not see it, but I definitely do agree with you in theory. That does sound pretty ideal.
Hey, look, I'm a Lilat hater, and if I recommend Lilat, that means that something, like, you know, is worth trying.
Right now, Exo needs to try to get some damage because he was sitting at 107. Oh, the double PK! I'm mad that I even hit his shield. I'm actually a little bit upset. I don't think that deserves that, to be honest.
Honestly speaking, though, like, ooh, that was an air dodge, and,
air
like,
dodge.
That was an air dodge, and then, like, his recovery just eating, like, okay, so this puts Exo at a disadvantage, but, like, you know he for sure that he's going for something.
I was about to say, Exo definitely not out of this yet, but Conflict doing a great job that first side, just getting a lot of damage and forcing out that bad air dodge.
Honestly, though, like, since he's gotten that one stock, like, this Conflict has not landed a single hit. Like, that was just Exo playing at absolute, like, insanity.
And I think that might be the worst feeling for Conflict at the moment, the fact that he wasn't able to get any extra credit, because extra credit in this match is going to mean so much. Having the advantage in this game is going to be the determiner between, oh, I have to come in, or I can just stay back and relax.
Honestly speaking, though, like, even then, like, they're keeping this really even. They're trying to make sure, like, no, neither one of them Like, if one gets the lead, the other one's like, okay, you're not taking that lead any further. And on top of that, they're just playing so well, like spacing out all their moves, making sure to play safe, know when to go in and how to go in.
Most definitely.
Like, but they're only being like about a 20 to 30% difference. Like,
ooh, attacked it, but it doesn't matter. He's too low. You had to do a tight jump there. Otherwise, he's not making it back.
that was a great tech that came out from Conflict, but even then, like, it was something. Like, that was something that, like, EXO was 100% trying to fish for. He was going for it. He had the spacing right, he had the placement right, he had everything right about that, and that was his kill to take.
Oh, most definitely. EXO just had the perfect setup. You definitely caught it there.
EXO is just, like, going in on Conflict right now. Just making sure that, like, you will know his name. You will know his PK fire.
Yeah, and a game that was looking so good for Conflict earlier fell apart after that first stock was not able to get any extra credit, and then this is approaching EXO a little bit too much, to be honest.
Okay, so just for confirmation, Arrow, bomb, like Arrow, the bomb itself, but not like the explosion of the bomb, and the boomerang all were unaffected by Max, which means it was probably the bomb explosion.
Got it, okay.
So that's just, for reference from the previous match that we were, like, very confused with.
What the heck could it have been? And finally, okay, EXO going for something different. Up throw and able to get the PK Thunder conversion off of it. But yeah, so it's only bomb explosion, so Madden's not going to be too much of a factor in absorbing then.
Yeah, definitely not. But at the same time, like, seeing that the way that these all play out, and then, like, also understanding, like, just where these players' minds are at.
And EXO missed a kill opportunity earlier at opting to go for a forward air instead of the back throw. I wonder if that's going to come back to bite him.
With Conflict sitting at 148, like, back throw is definitely the option who he wants to go.
Up air, yes sir. I'm sorry, up air. My apologies.
Yeah, no, dude, it's all right. We already know it's the Young Link combo. Like, you just go, like, if it just happens, let it happen.
He had the sickest drag down of 2021 and unfortunately dropped the combo. But you could see Conflict definitely had that game.
Conflict had that game in, like, mental space. And on top of that, like, EXO and Conflict were just going back and forth that entire game. Like, that was classically either player's game at any point in time.
Oh, most definitely. A very even matchup, apparently, and also very evenly skilled players. You can definitely see that. This is a nail-biter. This is a nail-biter.
Honestly speaking, though, like, seeing how they're going to adapt to each other and, like, what kind of counter picks they're also going to aim for and, like, what they try to do. Like, it's just a matter of, like, confirming the kills, racking up the damage, and running it back to Smashville.
No, this is Talon City.
Oh!
Yeah.
Those just have a ton of space.
That makes sense to me. I was a little shocked this stage wasn't banned by EXO, to be honest, because when did they say they play on Game 1? Or
no, the stage that they played on Game 1, I believe, was PS2.
It was PS2, okay.
Yeah, Game 1 was PS2, Game 2 was Smashville, Game 3 PS2, Game 4 Talon City.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, you're going to have a lot more room for Icon to just throw projectiles. Again, if he wants to play the slow game, I think that's the ideal option. I don't like the fact that he's going in a little bit too much. It's a little aggressive.
Like, he's just laying in the damage. Like, with Conflict already sitting at 148, he's within he's in back throw range. Like, that is not territory you want to be in. Like, you can definitely see, like, EXO, he's playing angry. He wants this win. He is pushing his advantage and playing aggressively.
Conflict almost having a really aggressive call out with that forward air. Just needs to jump one more time. Definitely the right intentions here, just not the execution.
Honestly speaking, though, like, seeing how, like, Conflict and EXO are just playing back and forth, like, EXO may be up 2, but, like, Conflict is definitely not out of it.
I'm about to say,
but even then, like, like, Conflict is, like, having to work extra hard for all of his kills here.
Finally got the kill from off the boomerang, as you said that.
Like, realistically speaking, even then, like, he's still down by 100%. Like, that's a lot of ground he has to work back with. And on top of that, he has to space out for the...
Oh, this is dangerous.
Ew.
The bomb.
It's taking him right off the top.
Right, directly up was really weird. I didn't know where to DI that, to be honest. I wasn't sure.
Honestly, if I was playing that, I wouldn't have DI'd that at all. I would just accept my fate.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would just let that side go.
Well, actually, no. If I was in that kind of matching situation, PK Flash, I'm a homing attack you off stage.
Yeah, you're like, this.
What you doing?
Well, it's definitely not over yet, though. Conflict able to get quite a bit of damage on the second side. Can be able to take it relatively soon. The 58% is not a bad percent to be at.
Just trying to apply a lot more pressure against EXO as much as we can. Like, just seeing how they're going back and forth. You can tell, like, neither of these players are wanting to lose. Neither of them are giving an inch. They want their best They said, you want my best? Fine, I'll give you my best.
For sure, for sure. We've seen a lot of adaptation during the set overall, but EXO just looks very comfortable right now. Oh goodness, good stuff from Conflict. Just making sure not to drop shield. A lot of people would.
You don't drop shield until you
get it. No question. Soon as I saw the back throw.
Still though, like Conflict going 1-3, that was still exceptional. Like losers finals.
Don't worry about the scoreboard because
it was much closer than anything that scoreboard will ever tell you.
Most definitely, most definitely. You had to be there to see it.
Right. That's why we are here. That's why you're
here. Right?
That's why we're streaming it. That's why you guys can see this, so you can understand just how close those games actually were.
Hold on, wait. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Quote, Brayden, if you're watching, anyone from CX crew right now, I love y'all, all right? I'm doing this for y'all. Love y'all.
CX gang? Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey, shout out to crew.
Thank you, EXO. Like, that was, like,
now,
that was a perfectly nice shout out.
I will have to let CX gang down when I win the tournament, but,
Caleb.
Outside of that.
Caleb.
Outside of that,
come on, man. You can't be so full of yourself. Like,
I'm sorry, dog. I'm hype.
Dude, I understand you hype, but like you gotta be able to respect your opponent.
Oh, most definitely.
If you don't respect your opponent, that's how you get lost. That's how you get washed, and that's how you lose your sponsorship.
You know what? It's not disrespecting my opponent. It's believing in yourself. I personally think that everyone should go into every game
don't believe in
thinking that
yourself.
you're gonna win. Like, you can't go into a game that you're gonna lose.
Dude, don't believe in yourself. Believe in the you that believes in you.
All right, Midoriya. Hold on. All right, this is not an anime. Like, what? In any case, yeah, you gotta have faith in yourself. No matter who you're playing against. If I play MK Leo, I believe I can beat MK Leo.
Look, man,
that's what I'm on.
I'll be real with you, man. Like, the way I see it is like this. If you can take a stock, you can take a game. If you can take a game, you can take a round. If you can take a round, you can take a tournament.
Take a tournament and go ahead and
parlay
that off.
Like, that's personally what I think. Because in the same vein, it's like, with other standard fighting games, if you can take a round, you can take a game. If you can take a game, you can take them. You can take them at any point in time. Believing in yourself and knowing that what you're capable of, no matter what kind of disadvantage you're at, just keep playing at your absolute best.
These are facts. I mean, no disagreement here from me.
All right.
Whenever Ryan is prepared, we're good to go. But
as soon as we're ready to go, we'll go ahead and get right into grand finals as soon as possible.
Yes, indeed. But at the moment, this is going to be an interesting grand finals. We're going to probably see Nez. I know EXO actually has a Sephiroth as well, so you might see that pulled out potentially.
Honestly, though, I'm really excited to see what is EXO going to bring out against you, and
most definitely.
And honestly, I hate to be the guy to say it. I am rooting against you, even though you are my friend, my mans. But
wow. It hurts.
But you gotta understand, you've taken so many tournaments in the games that I've played. I'm just like, dude,
it's time for somebody new.
We need to knock you off your throne and humble you, my man. That is my personal opinion.
Like I said, somebody needs to do it. And honestly, I playing friendly with EXO earlier. Has some of the best movement I've seen out of any Nez. Really good at the PK Magnet. B reverses, just spacing himself very precisely to get past a lot of Pac-Mans and gun traps. So as he can apply it well, just like he was doing earlier, then this is definitely going to be competitive for sure.
Fair enough. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just cut away for just a bit. Once we get back, we're gonna go ahead and get right into grand finals. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Just waiting for grass. I'm ready, dude. Are you ready?
Honestly, man.
I saw the adjustment from game 1 to game 2, man. After you made that adjustment, everything's still going to get in place. Hopefully you don't do that against me. Not gonna lie. I don't need you to do that against me. You can keep that to yourself. But yeah, it was really nice to watch. Yeah, it was like I saw a lot of tweets too.
Like you saw like in that last game, like right Japan, like that whole sequence right there. Like I feel like being down real prayer, and I hit him, I smacked him off stage with like a fire or something like that, and I brought him back on stage, and down back to like 60 damage.
Yeah, and I'm like, I love how generally a lot of
Yeah. It's so hard to punish.
so you can start leaning on the back. And I think that's what some people understand that you can't out. Exactly. It's the move shot. We can't work.
Everything was hard. There was not one thing unless it's Sephiroth back.
I'm just like,
Okay, this one is Sephiroth back there, which is probably like the most unpunishable move in the game. Because like, who's gonna punish a 6 feet long sword that's like half the size of Battle?
let's say you got rating.
You got that Miko privilege.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different. But yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
It's like, like you said, it's what happens after. That's what I see a lot of data roll without the players.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
Anyone that's kind of below us right now, I see they try to you see they got to wait it out a little bit. Like I know, especially in our friendly match. You know how long that game took. Right, I took a game off your back. You know, the thing was like, especially game 1 in our set earlier. That's been a small mistake. I thought, let me just hit Hydra. No,
Yeah, you hit Hydra at the last thing. I'm like,
it's like I'm at 180, which is he kept jumping right now. Like he was also at 120. You know, he's here like the south that here. So get there at the left. So I asked him, oh,
I was like, I don't want to approach you. I didn't want to say my side. You said your side. We're good. I don't want to see any child near me. Okay, child freedom. I don't think front of the but you know, we're pretty far away from like We've done this in the past.
I felt like I've been here before somewhere.
That's a pretty big bracket. You ready to get some? So you can do
All right. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah, he has no phone. I can't contact him. Oh well.
Right.
I cannot touch this guy. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't know what to do.
This one. We are
Live. All right.
We are
live.
live.
Let's
Hello.
go. We got
So,
3
let's go.
commentators here.
We need more.
We need
We
more.
need more
we want
commentators?
that's fine.
If
All
you
the
guys are,
commentators.
That way we can,
if
like,
you guys
sing.
are looking out to commentate, like hit us up at OAKSMASH.gg. Get in touch with Darn. He's the guy that runs the entire tournament. Like, if you want, just reach out to us at any point in time. We are always looking for people to showcase their talent. So whenever you guys want to do things like this, you want to see what your voice is, have yourself promoted even a little bit. Feel free.
Commentating.
Come on out.
Graphics. Belly dancing, just that one. You can stay at home for that one.
All right.
Whenever you guys are ready. Whenever you guys are good. All right, so we're going into grand finals. We have C. Caleb versus EXO. Like,
EXO did pretty alright the last set in winter
Oh,
semis.
dude, he
got 2-0, but
like the thing is though, like when he was playing up against Conflict in the losers finals game, he went 3-1.
so he's feeling confident.
Like, it's not that he's just feeling confident. He's hyped. You can tell he's got a lot of energy.
I'm not gonna look
He's
at
got
him,
like
his structure, like the way he's standing on himself right now. He's feeling it. He's just talking right now. He's got that great. He's
like
ready for this grand finals.
Like, he's vibing right now.
Against Caleb, you gotta vibe. You gotta follow the Pac-Man Super Gunner vibes and just win the game. And he can do it. It's gonna take 6 games.
There's a lot on the line. There's like $6, and I think there's a pack of goldfish.
Yeah. If he wins, he gets the mad respects and some cash.
Mad respects, some cash, maybe a little bit of food, bragging rights for about the next week.
Until next week, and then
we
it's
gotta
all over again.
And then we gotta run it all back.
Run it all back.
All right.
What was our? How many people we get today?
We had 17 people. We had way more people than that.
17. Yeah, we had. I think we had.
We had some walk-ins.
Yeah, we had some walk-ins.
I didn't play.
Right. Yeah, we had some people just not even wanting to compete, just stopping by.
Though,
yeah,
we had a few people drop out. We had some walk-ins. We also had some great commentary presented by yours truly. Not humble brag, but
humble brag.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but.
All right, so it looks like they're running to small battlefield for the first game. So this is gonna definitely be a game that we gotta be just ready to see.
All right. Well, obviously he's going Ness. I think this is the best pick for him. He might go Sephiroth later in the set. That's always an option for him. But I think Ness is the move. He's got 3 games to work with for this one, and then if he can get the first set, he got another 3. So
honestly speaking, though, if this is going to be an uphill battle for EXO, because he has to win not 3, but 6 games.
6 games.
6 games in a best of 5 back-to-back.
Well,
That means that he's going to
He did have
exhaust.
some time to try and learn this character. He
But at the
knows.
same time, I was discussing it with Caleb earlier. Unless you know the specific me gunner matchup, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, he's
and
up-
every me gunner is not going to be the same.
No, but they played a lot. It's all comes down to who's the better player right now. And
So
we're gonna
getting
find out
into
this
this,
second
Caleb's already
grenade
just
and
going in, laying down the damage.
Yep. So right up 47% right off the bat. Oh, he got those.
So it looks like Caleb's doing his best to just lay down damage. And was that a stage smack?
He's going for the double.
That's very fair. It's you can definitely tell.
That was good.
And going for the grab.
Good shield by Caleb.
Caleb already put EXO at 90%. You can definitely tell, this is where he's feeling himself. He's feeling the kind of damage he's able to just
I love the way he uses that up special.
Using down smash and no DI.
Yeah, I think he might have been able to DI that, but
Honestly, he might have actually been DIing in the wrong direction. That shouldn't have gone towards the blast zone that hard. But at the same time, just pressing his advantage, Caleb just knows where he's going to be putting himself.
Exactly. Well, let's see how he can adapt to the situation. He has 65%, so it's an even stock.
Also, I already yelled at Caleb about this,
exactly.
and he forgot to change his name again.
Well, yeah, is I Love You quote?
That's EXO.
Okay, yeah, so that's...
Because
you mean Caleb's one.
Yeah, Caleb is currently under the tag of sub to conflict, which,
Yeah.
I don't know why he's trying to have someone sub to, his competitor, but you know what? Props for showing some type of sportsmanship. Because, that's just what he does.
I think he just forgot to change the C kill. I think it's as simple as that.
Honestly, please. So
Alright,
anyways,
that's
now,
a great. Okay, no.
so now we see like
Exo really turned it up that last half of that stock.
yeah, Exo definitely bringing it back and also saying like, you know, I'm not out of this just yet. And using the partial magnet flow to just like, you know, gain a little bit extra momentum. Like his movement is really, really on point here.
Yeah, Exo's definitely getting used to this game and keeping this to his second stock count. And if he can get this next interaction, he could definitely be winning this next upcoming stock first, or getting that stock first.
Honestly speaking, like I'm just trying to see like, you know, who's going to like take the lead advantage, and who's going to like try and press their advantage a little bit better. And seeing like how like Exo's been like playing, he's just like placing in a lot of like solid damage, but at the same time he's like trying to stay out of like Caleb's effective range.
Yeah, that was a great way of avoiding that up smash.
Ooh, and almost was able to take him out. Like Caleb may be up in percentage, but like he's but like Exo's definitely working his way to bring it back, showing us that Caleb is still mortal. He is still,
and he's getting hit by that thunder.
Like
making it mortal. Oh, that stealth bomb was so quick, but he was ready. He was not ready, but he was ready. Wow, and then he just took all that damage back. He's just like, yeah, you remember that hit? Never happened.
Yeah, we call that a moment of DI the gods. That's where you like, you should have died, but your amazing directional influence was like, nah, you live another day. So Caleb's now going to try and rack up a little bit more damage. Now he's got a good stock lead, and Exo's just going to try and find a good way to confirm this kill.
Yep, 153 now. He's got the full rage. Let's see if he can get the last hit.
He's got the full range. He's now within back throw range, well within it. And like all it takes is just one good back throw, and that's all.
Yeah, or a back air, or anything really. Yo-yo and dash attack even. Like up.
Honestly, just
up air,
any good
anything.
move.
Oh, there we go. There.
I think the only thing that won't kill here is
not
what?
Nope.
PK fire.
He's got,
but great DI.
He needs to get him off this
Exo.
full rage. This is getting super issue.
Like.
And no.
And the up tilt taking out the first stock, and also giving Caleb game 1.
So when that game really went downhill when he got to 150, you know, and he got back to stage and reset neutral. Like that you can't let it reset neutral when he's got full rage.
Like it just looked like Exo was just struggling to kill. Like he was trying to find a good opportunity to just press his advantage, but he was unable to really do so. And honestly, like even then, it was still a good game.
Oh,
like,
phenomenal.
Like the only thing is like, you know, he just needs to play a little bit more cleaner, a little more consistent, and like once he's able to do so, like he can definitely take Caleb down.
Yeah, he just has to learn right now. Like once he adapts to the certain situation, he can start racking up wins in a row. But he has to figure this out. And right now the issue is getting that kill. He's definitely racking up damage phenomenally, but when you let him get to rage, that's just a serious issue with Caleb.
Like you can rack up a lot of damage, but if you can't confirm the kill, then what's the point?
Exactly.
All right, now we're going straight into game 2.
Okay, but now we're switching to Battlefield, which I actually think is a better route for I actually really like this counter because he's going to be able to pick off kills from the top platform. That's going to be very crucial.
He's going to be able to take off kills from the top platform, but at the same time, this also is a great area for Caleb to just allow for his down B bomb to be able to just float around and be able to just take advantage of.
Yes.
So like he's able to like edge guard just from center stage.
Oh yeah. Wow, no, he just used that thunder excellently, hitting him with the tail a few times and then just bodying him. Yeah, but now it's 85, 90, 99, 90. Oh, it's getting close.
Honestly speaking though, Caleb like being able to like counteract with like, you know, all of his upward momentum tools. So this means like, you know, up smash, up tilt, up air. Just kind of keep him juggled and like using back air to kill. Easy, clean stock right there. But it's still not out of the woods for Caleb just yet. He still has a lot of things to do before he's out.
But I'll tell you what, Caleb does have a lot of momentum right now. That's crucial. If he can get more %, he's going to probably win this game. Let's see if he can get this immediate result. That's it. Oh, that's perfect.
He read the roll, was able to confirm off of it, and now it's back to an even game. This is the thing we were talking about. Just a little cleaner play. And like this is still anyone's game no matter what we see here.
Yep, that was a very crucial kill for him. He now he's going to be able to continue the game and try and figure out this matchup. And he's doing an excellent job so far. But he's got to be able to understand that you got to respect his advantage state.
That is true, but at the same time, you also have to understand that, like, you know, even when that disadvantage, like, you know, with like how like Exo's been playing, like Caleb has to like be on his toes at almost all times. Sure, Caleb might have the lead right now, but that doesn't mean that Exo's out in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Like Exo definitely has the capabilities to be able to bring this back.
123 to 51 right now.
Caleb almost
that
sniping
dash
over-
attack just made it. Oh, 2 stocks to 1. Let's see.
You know what? I think it's the thing that ended up killing Ness was probably the fact that he's a little bit lighter than me Gunner.
That is true. But I'll tell you what, Caleb was racking up damage like crazy that time.
That's true.
Oh, let's see what he can do. That was a great. Oh, that yo-yo was a good move, but it needed to be a little bit closer to the ledge.
At the same time, it's just like you see Exo going for like a lot of different like
back
plays.
air?
You see all the different setups he's going for, and you can see like he's punishing all the things that Caleb is trying to do. And at the same time, like, you know, you can't punish everything, but you can punish as much of it as you can. Now with Caleb sitting at 150%, like this is more like, you know, comfortable territory that like Exo wants to keep at. But then we also have to worry about Caleb's rage. Once again, like, you know, just understanding, like, even if, like, and a nice back air coming out from Exo.
Yeah. Okay, now we're evening it out, and this is a very crucial moment for Ness. And he's getting these PK fighters, which is very crucial right now. Yeah.
Honestly speaking, like, seeing like how
He's got to keep this advantage state.
Like, Exo's definitely bringing this back in a very phenomenal way. Like, he's showing Caleb, you know, you're gonna have to bring out more than just like me Gunner gimmicks in like this specific matchup. Like, the longer he plays this, the better he's gonna get.
Ness either has to play with this rage or he has to suck something in and get some damage back to him because he is in super kill percent right now. And then even a stealth bomb, not the stealth bomb's not gonna kill him. It's stealthy, but it's not killing. And that down smash is getting him. Okay. Oh yeah, wow. Even Caleb's kills are just so good on this character.
It's because like having a good understanding of like, you know, Gunner's like toolkit is one thing, but like showing off that toolkit and showing like, yeah, it's all right. This is the things that you really want to be mindful of.
Caleb just has a lot of killing moves, so he's able to take care of
Stop battle.
Ness very well.
So Exo is now down 2 games. Is now down 2 games. One more for Caleb, and like that's it.
Yeah, I don't think the Ness is bad, but maybe we could see a Sephiroth. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable in this matchup with.
Caleb's breaking out the Steve.
I guess he. Maybe he sees something we don't.
2, 1, go!
Do you think of any reason to go this way?
Steve has some really heavy hitting moves, and like, you know, he requires like a couple of different like types of setups, but like because of the way his hitbox works and the fact that he has a really bad jump, like it doesn't make him like, you know, great tier, but it also doesn't make him butt tier. And on top of that, if like Ness is like, well, I'm just gonna magnet you, like you just throw the Minecart at him, and what's it gonna do? Jump out of a grab?
Yeah, I definitely think Steve has his advantages, you know, but when you're up 2-0 in a set, like, you tend to just take what you got, but maybe he wants to experiment with different characters for the future, and he just wants to see how certain matchups will go.
Well, I know for a fact that Caleb has been like wanting to try out the Steve in like other matchups as well, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you can definitely tell, like, you know, there are parts about his kit and like aspect that you just know he's good at, and then there's things that he can work on.
Yes, and Caleb is doing really good on this first stock. He's keeping up, and
honestly speaking, like,
against Steve, you really want to get the stock first. Oh.
See, and that's the thing about Steve. Any of his anvil attacks are going to just hurt much more than anything else he has.
I think in this matchup specifically, getting Minecraft Steve off the first stock and getting to use his materials to try and lower his ability is very crucial. So not getting the first stock is not a good start to this game 3. But that back air is going to do it. I mean, back throw. I keep saying back but that's all right. The down throw.
So Caleb now has a crafted diamond sword. So this means that he's going to be dealing out more damage. And like,
yeah, look at that. He's already at 65 after, I think, 1 up air. He's at he got 23%.
It was like 2 or 3 hits. Like,
oh, was it? Well, I think he got maybe.
But even then, like, with that kind of damage still in his capable arsenal, like, he still has to be mindful of, like, you know, what moves they whip, because like Steve has a lot, and I mean a lot, of landing lag.
Yes.
On literally everything that he has.
Right. He makes up for it with his lack of ending leg in his moves, you know, and he has materials to be able to like go land like he just did and go around certain things. But you are absolutely right. He his uppy doesn't make it easy to land on stage at all, you know.
Yeah, but Exo going for the back air, killing Steve. killing Caleb again and like putting Caleb on his last stock. This means Caleb now has to like be very mindful of what he's trying to do.
Well, I'll
And
tell you
like,
what. Did Caleb craft anything? He's
Caleb
running
did
low
craft
on
a
materials,
single-
so he has stone.
Like he did craft a diamond sword, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, no, that was a different stock. So now he only has stone, and he's running out of materials. So he's gonna have to either mine more materials or end this now. But he's only at one stock, so Ness is doing a lot better now.
On top of that, like,
Oh, there you go. He got his diamond.
yeah, he was fished by a diamond, and like making advantage of like when Ness is off stage is like the best way for him to like go about like, hey, I'm about to just like throw my options out and see what I'm able to get.
Yeah, and maybe like I don't want to speak too. Oh,
using the minecart to kill and then going into.
I'm glad I
crafting the
didn't speak
diamond-
too soon. So,
going
but
into crafting diamond tools, like that's
This-
a good setup for Caleb because like Caleb's now able to like.
he's like, what the hell?
Okay.
That is
The
so
reflector
funny.
on the anvil.
So, batter,
anvil
batter, swing, batter, batter.
more or less because like the entirety of that like
That looked like a Looney Tunes scene.
that like that looks like a scene just straight out of a cartoon. Like it goes all the way down and then comes all the way back up. Okay, so it is now 2-1. Caleb's still up, but EXO is now on his way to making this a complete reverse sweep. But remember, if EXO wins this game, wins this set, he still has one more set to play.
Ooh, I see. I wonder.
So now we're seeing Caleb break out the Pac-Man. Now we know Caleb's Pac-Man is definitely capable of a lot of different things. But
Right.
versus a Ness, like, what is Ness like going to do against Pac-Man's projectiles?
Yeah, I think we saw this situation in winners finals. Like he can't really suck up a lot of his items. So he like especially fire hydrants. So I do think this is a good choice. But I honestly am kind of shocked that you decided to go off Me Gunner.
Honestly speaking, though, like taking him to FD, like I'm trying to think, like what was in Caleb's mind when he said, "Yeah, FD is the place I want to be right now with Pac-Man," and Caleb's just like taking him all the way to the blast zone. Like, what are you doing?
Wow.
But Caleb also air dodging, which will take him.
Yeah, that's going to be an SD right there. That's sad to say. And there's no excuse there. That's offline. You just clicked the wrong button. But Caleb actually does really like this stage. Like I remember talking to him about this. Like he was just like, "Why do you ban FD every time?" I'm like, "Cause I know you love this stage." This is his comfort place. That's why he's picking this right now, and that's why he's picking Pac-Man with it. He just wants to have a comfortable surrounding, and I see where he's coming from.
Speaking though, like because FD doesn't have any platforms that you can escape to. You always have to return back to the black ground, which is a good setup if you don't have like a good way to dodge his key. And like it just requires him to just like play patiently, and then just throw out the best option that he has. And like even then, like EXO sitting at like 143, like Caleb is definitely like not getting as much of a great advantage as he thought. Like he's able to like definitely go in, but he's not like.
And now we're having the reverse situation of what it used to be. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the fire hydrant took his because he used PK Thunder and like it put him into recovery fall because the hydrant pushed him off the stage. That's the thing that happens on like Pyro Mythra with like upbeat.
Yeah, I just saw him spam the B button, like he mashed the heck out of that, trying to just proving that it just would not come out. That's just insane.
Like honestly speaking, though, like that's one way to take a stock. Ooh. Wow. Like
gosh, Caleb really made this
forward
comeback.
smash. Like that's just across the stage combo. And like Caleb is just bringing it back at 100, at 142. Like he's just making sure, like, hey, I know you're trying to do these things, but I'm not going to let you.
Yeah, Caleb really did just turn that game around in that stock. Like he let that SD linger in him, and then he just took it, and then he just took the second stock right there. And now it's
able to act like he's like reacting to all these rolls like so well. Now we're down to the last stock. Like once again.
I definitely think Caleb has the momentum here, but it could go either way.
Honestly, like even then, like EXO's still not very far behind. Like,
100%. He just needs a really good. He needs something to transfer the momentum. He needs like something forward air or any kind of combo move to try and string some moves together to try and get this comeback.
Forward air maybe.
Yep, something around those lines. Maybe something with
something where he's able to just like shift the momentum
down,
back to him,
right,
back to his favor. And
or
what? Pac-Man, what are those grabs? Like,
man,
what the hell?
Okay, that was the first. That's the hit to start the.
That's it.
Stock. There we go. PK fire.
Like he's 100% down, but like he's
Backer.
still not out.
Ooh,
He's still bringing it back.
Yep. He just has to get a few hits.
He's finding the space that he needs just to be able to like work with it.
Yeah, 140. That melon just got
reverse throw. Honestly, like that was some excellent
big brain Pac-Man plays here, throwing it backwards to go that up there.
IQ.
Well, that is truly what we call it. Pac-Man.
Like Jesus Christ, like that was an excellent grand finals. But even then, like EXO definitely had the capabilities of bringing that back. But that was still a great game, nonetheless.
EXO's not super happy about it, but he played great today. They both did. See Caleb and Caleb, great, phenomenal matches.
Honestly speaking, though, like
being able to take one game off of Caleb's always a good thing, you know.
Honestly, like I told Caleb this earlier. If you can take one stock, you can take a game. If you can take one game, you can take a round. If you can take one round, you can take a tournament.
Yes.
And that means that Caleb is still mortal, and EXO has the potential to do this and take him down next time.
I think anybody who can get them in the last stock can win the game. Like that's
Honestly
what it really comes down to. If you can get that in the last stock, then it's just all momentum.
It's all momentum, not breaking under the pressure, being consistent, and making sure that you know your kit, you know your opponent's kit, their favorite moves, read your opponent, see how they're playing, and adapt and evolve.
Exactly.
All right.
Wow. That was a great grand final set. What's up?
Please tell me someone clipped that.
I don't know. I don't think anyone clipped it, but it's all saved. It's all saved. It's all saved. The baseball bat to the hydrant thing was hilarious.
Actually, Ryan, did you want to interview EXO?
Do you want to do it, man?
EXO, you want to interview for being the runner-up?
What?
You want to interview for being the runner-up?
Let's go. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, come on. You get the. Oh, no, you're gonna give him the nice shirt. You're a nice guy. I would have given him the little one.
Well, it's because I asked you to interview him, so like.
Oh, you want me to like move here?
No, it's just like like.
Yeah, no. Here, you give him the mic and then you interview him.
Can I take off this mask? Can I take this off? Can I take this off?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, you can go
I really need a breather. I got a clip. That's all that really matters, honestly. At least I got.
On the mic, we have EXO, who just finished playing in this grand finals. Yes, you may have lost, but you played a phenomenal game. You ran all the way through the losers bracket.
I know that was really a crazy run. Coming here, okay, because get this, I did not play at all this whole week. I was just playing like my PlayStation games. I was playing like Destiny or some other crap.
Dude, I understand. Like sometimes you got a sports game. Sometimes you got a sports game that you're just playing. Like sometimes you just understand.
51?
Yeah.
51?
Ladies and gentlemen, EXO's realizing he's a runner-up and he gets money for being second.
50. Okay, this is the most. Also for context, this is the most I ever earned. This is the most I ever earned in any tournament ever, because I only started competing, say about 2 years ago, a little bit into the middle of Ultimate's lifespan right now. So around 2019 was when I first started competing, and I wasn't as good as I was now. I'm actually really surprised with the results I made. I've already got for everything. I'm just really thankful that heck I can consistently make top 3 at like a bracket like this now, and I'm just like really psyched, and I'm just super happy. But yeah, sorry for headphone users. I'm very sorry if I broke your ears or something like that for screaming in the microphone.
Dude, it's okay. If you understand what it's like sitting next to Ryan, then you would understand that my ears are probably blown too.
Don't trust me, I've said that. So multiple times.
So I got a couple questions for you, man. Like,
okay.
So what was going through your mind when you were down 2 games and you were going into that 3rd game?
Well, the thing is, okay, so you saw my name tag. It said, I love you, quote, right? So that's the leader of my crew. Amazing guy, really funny dude. Just a really chill person. And like I said, he's the crew leader. So like I told him, hey, I'm going to an offline bracket today. I'm going to try to win it for you guys. Quote, I am very sorry I did not win. Please forgive me, my guy. I love you still.
Hey, even though you didn't win, man, you still did your absolute best, and that's the thing that matters. And that's the thing that counts. Like, we made sure that, like, you know, we made sure you got the spotlight you needed. You showed us a phenomenal run. You not only blazed through the entirety of the losers bracket, you showed up in Grand Finals and made Caleb realize, yeah, he's still mortal. And like I was telling Caleb this earlier, if you can take a stock, you can take a game. If you can take a game, you can take a round. If you can take a round, you can take a tournament. You just work your way up, man. You're on your way to doing it.
It's going to be an uphill battle from here, and shout out to Caleb, because he's a very, very smart player, though. Yeah, he's a Pac-Man man, and honestly, I will say Pac-Man is just like one of the toughest characters for me. I legit have zero idea how this matchup goes. I mean, the more I play Caleb, the more I understand how this matchup works, but it's like, I never seen this matchup at all anywhere else. So like whenever I try looking up Ness versus Pac-Man VODs, like there's like zero, none, nada.
And especially considering the fact that it's like Ness versus Pac-Man. Not only on top of that, but like, you know, me Gunner. Me Gunner is like
Gunner.
Like not only that, I was telling Caleb this earlier. Unless you know this specific matchup, you cannot adapt to it. And it's hard because there's so many different variations of me's.
Yeah, now the thing is, I do... Okay, so thankfully, when I was a casual still, I did play some of the me's, right? I'm pretty sure everyone here playing casually has made a me before, at least one, or even dabbled a little bit, okay? It's just a guarantee. Studying all the me's, I will say they're heavily slept on. They are not... Okay, for anyone that thinks me's don't exist, you're absolutely wrong, okay? Because did you just see what just happened right there? And what I'm really surprised is how Caleb changes gameplay with me Gunner. Because back then, I was able to take some games off of his... I was able to win a set because he went me Gunner, because I figured out how to fight against me Gunner. I figured out what to do as Ness for me Gunner. And it's like... I figured it out what to do. And so I was like, okay, so I understand this character now. You know, I understand that. In a way, I will say this. Her me Gunner projectiles are better than Samus projectiles. Like the missile, it can kill at the ledge at like 120 or at like 110, depending on the character's weight or stuff. Her projectile game is probably one of the strongest in the game, if not the strongest. Then again, who knows? I really can't say much. I'm not a zoner main. But then again, you know, like I said before, I was able to take some games off with Caleb with his me Gunner because he used to play a more uber defensive playstyle, and me, I tend to play more aggro, so that just sort of countered it, especially me knowing how to like absorb and all that stuff, what to watch out. That really helped a lot. But now like he's starting to play more aggro, because I remember he was even talking about this on Twitter too. He was even talking about like playing more aggro me Gunner, and you know it's helping. It's actually working. So now I gotta.
Like when you know like someone that's able to switch between like passive and aggressive on the snap of fingers, like that's what makes a really difficult setup.
Definitely, especially with like a character like me Gunner. Like if you got a me Gunner that knows how to flip the switch between defense and offense, like it's gonna be a really hard time, especially when you're down a stock. Because here's the thing with zoners in general. The thing with zoners in general, it is crucial, and I mean it is super crucial in order to get that first stock. If you don't get that first stock, then it's just going to be a crazy uphill battle from there. You're like climbing Mount Everest at that point. Like you're just,
or climbing from like low GSP to like elite smash.
Yeah.
Like, that's
oh my gosh, yeah.
We don't need to talk about all that. Anyways, thank you, Axel. Thank you so much for coming in for the interview, and thank you. And honestly, congrats on your like runner-up, man. But like, even then, you may have lost in the finals, but you still showed an excellent performance, man.
Though I will say, I gotta look back now at the VODs, you know, see what I did wrong, because I know even mid-set there were some things wrong, and
Look at this guy, already looking forward to the next tournament, looking to improve.
And here's the thing, you know, like I've come into a mindset, especially with a lot of my other friends, like they'll lose to like a playstyle they're not comfortable with, and then they
complain about it instead of actually learning of it.
Yeah, so I've learned to understand that, okay, so I lose, that's my fault for losing. There's something I did wrong, or there's something I don't understand.
So it's your fault for losing to it, but it's your fault for losing to it.
Yes.
And it's your fault for not learning it if you choose not to.
Yes, and that is something I will tell everyone right now
Ladies
that
and
wants to
gentlemen,
become the best.
take notes.
I will tell you, please come in with the mindset of wanting to learn, all right? If whenever locals come back officially, and if there's like a top player in your venue, money match them. Why do you want to money match them and waste your money? Well, here's the thing, because they're a top player and you can give them some good coaching advice. Because think about this, if you play regular friendlies with a top player, they're just going to be sandbagged. They're not going to play their hardest, right? But if you challenge them to a money match, it's like a quick coaching lesson. Because now they're thinking, okay, I'm going to earn some free money off of this little loser or something like that, right?
But even then, like, a top player doesn't necessarily need to go all out just to teach you something.
Yeah, exactly. And talk to other people too. Especially talk after the set. Think about what was happening. Just have some constructive thoughts. Have some brainstorming going on. Definitely talk to the guy you lost to. Ask him, why did you lose? Because last year, Frostbite 2020, before COVID happened, I had to play against Tweak, which I'm still mad that I lost against because I SD'd.
But you learned a lot because he was a pro player,
Yes,
right?
I learned a lot just by playing him. Sadly, it wasn't on stream, which is what I was super upset about, but still. There's so much to take just from playing against Tweak at Frostbite last year.
Okay, so one final question for you, man.
Yes.
You're going to come back next week?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
Come see me here next week.
You heard him, man.
Oh, and I know this is kind of a self-promo, but follow me on Twitter at SSB_XO, all in caps. Though I'm not as active as much anymore on Twitter, I do appreciate the follows and the recognition because my goal is to become the best Nest in Michigan. 2 words. That is my goal to become. You want to interview? You want to get there? But yeah, thank you for having me.
You're about done. We still you guys do. I was about to leave.
All right. Yeah, no, come on, have the interview, man. But yeah,
all right.
But and then again, thank you for having me here. I'll see you guys next week. Love y'all.
There's one last thing that we need to do. We need to sit down with the man, the myth, the legend, the winner. See, Caleb.
Wow, I can't believe I won.
You won?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
No.
You're not surprised?
Not at all.
You're not shocked at all?
Nope.
You got no trepidation? None? Like,
My man, you have won every tournament I have seen you play in.
Okay. Well, you ain't seen the right ones, all right? I lost last week. Okay. This is very shocking for me. I'd like to thank all the people who supported me all this time.
And
no, I didn't think I did. Yeah. No.
So, first things first, though. When EXO got that third game on you, what was going through your head?
I was like, yeah, we're not going to try anything else. We're just going to go back to the mains. Because clearly, the secondary, the pockets, they're not ready.
And on top of that, you didn't keep your word. You did not go random.
Yeah, random wasn't happening. I'm sorry. I couldn't take a chance on that. Because
that's understandable because had you gone random on EXO would have given you the sauce.
Oh, yeah, EXO would have killed me if I went random. That's not a question.
Yo, what's up?
I know for a fact. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at that card. I was like, is that my card? No, it's not. Is it somebody else? But, yeah. Nah, I was thinking, random could work. I just don't think that... I think to beat Ness, we had to play a very specific play style, right? Mm-hmm. I got to be out of range of most of these huge hitboxes, these big disjointed hitboxes. I feel like Pac-Man and Gunner do that the best for me. It's not something I can just pick up any character and just be like, yes, that's how you beat Ness. I thought Steve was the answer because, he got these disjoints. He got cool setups. He has blocks. I can mine a little bit. I thought it would be cool.
All right, man. Well, so... one last question I guess I got to ask you real quick because you clearly are now a champion. And so how do you plan to protect your title next week?
I plan to intimidate people from coming to the setup with me Gunner. If they see me Gunner, they're not going to... They're scared. Everybody's scared of me Gunner. I'd be scared of me Gunner too. I don't blame them. That's not... It's simple. It's like playing Sonic on Wi-Fi. You play me Gunner at a local...
Wait. Hey. We don't talk about Sonic on Wi-Fi because, that's the down throw, off stage, run off, forward air combo that I do. Look, it works.
Okay, you keep it works.
Anyways,
I'm mad.
Congratulations on your win, man. You definitely had put in a lot of hard work, and you were yeah, I'm done playing around. Broke up the Pac-Man, gave him the work, and honestly, that final stock, that was, what the hell were you thinking, and why the hell did it work?
Well, if I'm being completely candid, you're gonna have to remind me what happened in Final Stock.
Final Stock, you had the You have the melon. You have the fire hydrant. Fire hydrant through the
that is so.
You turned around.
It is such an easy setup. It's such an easy setup because people like to jump off ledge. That's really the only thing. Like people love jumping off ledge. It's like I cover it, and people see you turned around. They're like, "Oh, well, this is the perfect time to jump. He's not looking at me." So I throw something at the water. I see it hit, and that's the game. It really is just that simple.
You literally just had like a 900 IQ smash clip right there.
That's not a clip.
That is 100% a clip, man.
That's just that basic Pac-Man stuff. Everybody can do that. You can do it too.
I don't play Pac-Man. I play Sonic.
That's what I'm saying. It's you people acting
man,
like
if I'm playing Sonic, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna face you. I'm gonna homing attack you. I'm like, oh, he too far to do me, and then I'm gonna smack you.
Bro, all you have to do is think about, oh, where's the melon gonna go? And you know where it's gonna go. You know water. If you push it towards the melon, you know you throw the melon back.
Dumb question. Why didn't you use the orange?
Orange wouldn't have killed. Orange would have knocked him off stage, but like Melon killed at that percent. Like it was, and plus because he jumps, he's already in the air. Melon sends about straight up or so, like or vertically. So Melon was the best option there. Plus I already charged halfway. Ideally, I would have charged to Bell, but I wouldn't have had enough time, and the water would have already came. So Melon was the only option.
All right. Well, thank you, Caleb. Congratulations on your win once again, man.
Thanks.
Like. We'll see you next week. You know, maybe you might get to see me in the tournament. Maybe not. I might be here commentating once again. But for now, this has been OAKSMASH, and thank you guys for coming out to watch the tournament. Until next time, I have been Dimension Demon.
Dimension Demon, Simon out. Yes. That was cool, though.